Test.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Wine, Wordle, and Whatever, episode 17. This is the second live show that we've ever done, and it's the 17th episode. We're not going to do them every 10 episodes because being consistent is too much work. We have a very special episode for you tonight. We do not have wine, whiskey, or anything else. We have sake. 3 different kinds of sake. And so that's kind of fun. And for the first time ever, we have 3 hosts on our Wine, Wordle, and Whatever live show. Why don't you introduce yourselves, fellow hosts?
Hi. I'm
Hi.
Will. I'm here to help host.
As
We
am
got-
I.
and,
I am Vi.
Yeah, I
Oh.
checking. Our stream is working. So
Okay, stream is working. We like that.
yay.
I like it
Check
when the
audio,
stream is
too.
working. That is a good thing. Generally,
Oh, we already got a compliment in chat. Wow, actually on time. So.
you know what? And
Oh,
we're sticking to it.
I mean, fair.
It is important to be on
Fair.
time. I mean, it's rarely do
Pretty
any
good.
streams of any sort start exactly on time, but ours was exactly on time. We're
Yeah,
professionals.
sorry to completely derail you, Caden, but
That's
we're
okay.
good.
That's okay. It's free form, you know. It's not communism, but we share the load. So
not to brag, but we already have 5 viewers. So
we have 5 viewers right now.
Yay! Thank you all,
Just
5
saying.
viewers.
I have. Okay, yeah, I see 5. Perfect. So we have 3 sakes, 1 for each of us. So I will start with our first one. This is it's got a green bottle. It is green. It's got a circle on it, nice and round. Actually, well, it's got more of a donut shape. This is Joto Junmai sake. Joto means highest quality in Japanese. Since 2005, we have aimed for the highest quality in everything we do. And further on the bottle, it says, every sake rice grain has a shinpaku, or white heart, where all of the starches are concentrated. This junmai is rich and solid, with hints of fruit and light acidity in the finish. Serve chilled, room temperature, or warmed with grilled meats, nutty cheese, barbecue, or hearty Japanese food. I have mine chilled.
same.
Mine is room temperature.
Nobody is warming up their sake today.
I am.
Yeah,
Yeah, when we get to the Chika cup.
Okay. Will, why don't you... actually, you know what? You just mentioned it, Vi, so why don't you take us through the Chika cup?
One sec. I'm pouring myself a cup of sake.
Please be faster.
The Chika cup. The Chika cup is from, what is it?
Japan.
Hakutsuru Sake Brewing from Kobe, Japan. It is it doesn't have any description on it, but I did look up on the website. Let me pull it up right now. The description for it. Smooth and refreshing from start to finish. Light aroma of honey and sugar cane layered with roasted almonds.
Okay.
The flavor profile has subtle hints of pear, grapefruit, and aniseed and dark chocolate.
Okay.
It pairs well with ramen, sushi, pesto pasta, roasted chicken, or even ricotta toast. Ricotta toast.
Ricotta toast. And
Yep,
last,
it's 78% milling polish.
I have
13.5% alcohol.
I have no idea what any of that means. I do not know how sake is made. I know it is made from rice, but that's about it. So, Will, last but not least, the pink stuff. Why don't you walk us through it?
Oh, tasty, tasty pink stuff. Okay, so Sayuri means little lily in Japanese. And the name is apt for this soft, floral, noted nigiri. Hints of white grape, elements of cherry blossom tie in seamlessly to create a lush, creamy sake with a deliciously smooth finish. So that's what we're drinking here today. One side note I did notice, pairs well with spicy foods and desserts such as chocolate.
All right. And
So
Gigabyte Intel in the chat is raising an eyebrow at, I presume, your pronunciation.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, it probably is. I bet it's about nigiri. Is that it's
Nigori.
Nigori?
Nigori.
Nigori. Sayori.
Nigori.
It's okay, Will. I would say it like a white person too.
Sayuri. Sayuri.
Yeah, he fun fact, the Gigabyte Intel in the chat is my brother, and we went to Japan together, and the whole time we were in Japan, he basically told me to stop trying to speak Japanese because it was messing up his actual Japanese. So
Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness. I love it.
Oh, but what I did notice though, the green stuff is a 15%.
Yes.
Okay. Sayori is 12.5.
Yep.
So we're talking pretty big jumps. And then the girl with cat is 13.5. So.
Oh, he's raising an eyebrow at yummy pink stuff.
Yeah, yummy pink stuff.
Understandable.
Okay.
This
All
is
right.
the green one.
Yep, I'm going green.
Okay, I'm going to start with green as well. Poured myself some.
I don't like it.
Ooh.
See, this is what I was worried about. Caden's not a big sake drinker.
Not a big sake fan.
Sake 101 for him.
Okay.
I've
All
had
right, this
sake
one would be
before.
really good warmed.
I've had sake before, but I'm not generally a big fan.
I could see maybe warmed.
Yeah, this one, the green one would be really good warmed.
Well, I'll just set it next to my computer fan, and that'll warm it up.
This one, it doesn't say what percentage it's milled, because it's a very clean sake.
It's very tasty.
I like my sake dirty.
It is. It's very tasty. The
I do enjoy it.
The end note is very yeasty, and I really like that.
You can see that.
I'm trying to like it.
Ooh.
I just don't.
It's okay. You do not have to like it.
It's got a strong like alcohol taste to it.
At the end, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what that flavor is I'm getting, because I'm getting one flavor through, like, it is very one note to me. It is like you get one flavor and then you get alcohol. And I'm not sure what that flavor is. Because I don't know.
Brennan just put our stream in the Discord at everyone.
Oh, good idea.
No!
Which Discord? Oh my gosh.
Well,
we're about to have some more viewers.
Here we go.
At everyone.
Of,
oh my gosh.
How many members?
It's a big Discord.
It is.
18 members. At
least. Only 18? That's smaller than I thought.
I thought it was more than that.
I think we purged a couple times.
We have purged it, but
that's true.
That's to Gigabyte Intel for full sending our podcast.
Yeah. Guerrilla marketing.
I do like this one, the green one.
This is quite tasty.
Fancy Walrus in the chat requests, can we get some thoughts on butterscotch? Always good. I've never had bad butterscotch.
Delicious. In a drink too?
Yes.
Oh, that's actually my preferred method.
Butter and some scotch.
Yeah.
A hard butterscotch.
Oh, that would be great.
Yeah.
Have you ever had butterscotch liqueur?
I think I've put it in hot chocolate before, but I don't think I've ever had it. It's very good.
There's a shot that you make with it that has an inappropriate name, but it's pretty good.
Yeah, just text me what it is later.
I will.
Oh my gosh.
Butter rum or butter gin? I can't imagine butter gin is any good.
Have not tried butter gin. Just getting into gin, actually. Side note.
True.
Trying different ones.
Yeah, I don't like this. Yeah. Getting back on track. I don't like this.
Try a swig of it. Try to just swig the rest of that.
Like, dude, this is a lot. This is like a shot and a half, maybe. I'll take a big one.
I actually really liked the flavor when I swigged it.
Yeah,
like, slightly better.
It is really good.
Yeah,
slightly better when you take a bit more of it, but it's just not. I just don't like it.
Okay.
What did you say What did you say the alcohol content was on this guy?
15.
15.
Oh,
it's pretty high. Yeah.
Very nice.
All
Very
right.
nice.
All right.
So what's next, Caden?
I say we go in order that we introduce them. I say we go cat next.
Okay. Chika.
Oh, I want to heat it up later. Like maybe on our break time. I want to heat. Actually, I want to heat this guy up, and I want to heat this guy up.
What is a culturally appropriate way to heat sake? Like, I imagine microwave is a no go.
Sound
I
out
mean,
in
in
the
a
comments.
pinch, yeah.
Oh, I was hoping the.
Okay, I like the way this
Huh.
one smells.
Okay.
Okay.
Pop that out. Oh my gosh,
Oh,
I'm
this one
dripping
smells
everywhere.
so good. It
Fancy
smells so
Walrus
good.
says we heat it with a lighter. That I think is the best way.
Ah,
I would trust Gigabyte
Sure
Intel
about
more.
He also says microwave.
over
That sounds
Over a campfire?
Literally a Japanese man in his little restaurant did so it's canon. All right, let's see what are we rocking here.
All right. Okay.
Smells very different. It smells like
Mm.
it smells like the dry ground in Eastern Oregon. Maybe that's
Whoa.
not what it is.
That is really sweet
Dry
compared to the
ground?
last one.
It smells like something familiar to me, but I'm not sure what it is.
If you're trying to say petrichor, that's not
It's not petrichor.
the.
That's not dry ground. That's a dry ground after rain.
Oh, so you're talking about
This-
actually dry ground, like dirt.
Yeah.
This,
But maybe that's not it. I'm not sure
tastes-
what it is because it smells very familiar, but I can't figure out why or in what way.
Very florally and bright, and very
Yeah.
light. It doesn't have that same like yeasty taste that this one does. But yeah, it's a lot sweeter. I can taste the what did it say? The what did it say on there?
To me, it
There.
tastes like more like cloudy, more creamy than the previous one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yeah.
it does.
I'm getting a
It does. It definitely tastes more soft and creamy.
Hmm.
I can definitely taste it says it has hints of pear. I can taste the little bits of pear, like the
Yeah.
hint of pear. And the roasted almonds. Light aroma of honey and sugarcane layered with roasted almonds.
I can see the almonds.
That might be the smell. I think that might
That's
be
probably
the smell
what
that
it is
you're-
actually. I think it is almonds.
The roasted almond smell.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Or like that roasted nut kind of
Yeah,
smell.
it does smell like nuts. I think I like this one a little bit more.
Really, I actually liked the last one more.
It's
I
got
can
a little
see
bit.
why I just like holding back so hard.
Was it the way I said nuts or what was it?
Yep.
Well, yeah, I think I like
Yeah,
this one a
nuts.
little bit more. It's got a softer.
Yeah.
That like one very forward taste that I was getting in the green one, that it comes through a little softer. I can't figure out what that forward taste is, but I don't like it, and that's why I like this one better.
Yeah. No, that makes
Okay.
sense. That makes
Marginally.
sense. I want to make sure I'm not.
That's
gonna
actually
try and
kind of
melt this one up
surprising. I'm wondering if you'll like the next one more. I'd be curious because, yeah,
I don't
I don't
generally
like cloudy
drink alcohol
sakes.
from this portion of the color spectrum, but
How did you guys have this? Chilled or room temperature?
room temp for me.
chilled.
Mine's room temp as well.
So I
It
wonder if
does
that
change the
changes it.
flavor quite a bit
I
when
would
you
imagine
have
so.
it
Yeah.
at different temperatures. Yeah.
All right,
So it might be the fact I had it chilled. It just feels weird.
could be. This isn't sake; it's water.
I should have got water.
Hydrate or
Gotta
dehydrate.
cleanse
You know what
the
I'm saying?
palate.
Hmm.
Okay.
All right.
Last but not least, Sayuri.
Sayuri. Am I introducing this one?
I mean, we already covered it.
Okay. Yeah.
We
can do
gave a
this.
basic
Okay.
rundown. This one's what, 12.5%?
Mhm.
Yep.
Oh, it does say please shake
Oh, I
well
shook.
before serving.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
this is the
pretty sure.
milky stuff. You know, a while ago, my brother
Mhm.
bought some of the milky stuff from his work, and declared it disgusting. So this will be interesting.
Ugh.
I'm typically not a fan of the milky sakes. Not
It
gonna
is.
lie.
Look at how creamy that is.
I like a clear, crisp.
I think
Oh, I don't
Gigabyte
like
and
the
Tel,
clear.
correct me if I'm wrong. The reason why it's cloudy is because they leave, like, after they polish it in the water, all the, like, the rice water becomes cloudy, and so they don't filter that out. Is that right?
I believe that's what it is.
Is it like when you rinse your rice before cooking it? All the clouds?
Yeah, no, exactly.
You are right, Fancy Walrus. Walrus is basically heavy whipping cream, although I would say it's slightly thinner. I'd say it's closer to milk.
Very sweet smelling.
Gigabyte said, I believe it's less strained, yes.
Ooh! Ooh! Ooh, I like that.
Huh.
Ooh,
Mm.
I like that. That is an experience.
There's a lot of flavor. There's a lot more flavor in this.
There's a lot happening in there.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know if I like it, but there's a lot more.
Yeah.
I like this. I like it because it's very complex. There's like, I can taste the starchiness. I can taste like there's this sweetness, but it's also very bright.
Very starchy.
Man. I'm getting
I'm
on the nose.
slightly
I'm getting
tart.
grocery. Yeah, on the nose, I'm getting grocery outlet.
Bargain market?
Okay. If that was an insult, I take offense to that because grocery outlet
no.
is my happy place.
No.
I love grocery outlet.
No, it's not an insult at all. It's just a very
Okay.
distinct smell.
Okay. A
Like when
happy
you go in a
smell,
grocery outlet.
right?
Right?
Yeah.
Wait, do you know a distinct smell of a grocery outlet?
I don't, actually. I don't think I've ever been to a grocery
okay.
outlet.
Hold up.
This
No,
one
I love
actually
grocery
says,
outlet.
please
That's
enjoy it
just
chilled.
what it reminded me of.
This one recommends it to be chilled.
Yeah. That's why I chilled mine.
Yeah.
I chilled mine. I don't like it.
I think our creamy sake is more chilled.
Mm-hmm.
Like, whereas clear ones
They're
can be
way
heated
more
up.
chill. Like, they're like, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They're
Totally chilled.
Generally, I would say they are chilled more often. Of course, like this is sake is not my. I'm very very limited in my sake knowledge. I know like sake basics, but I am not versed in it. I am not very
There's
familiar.
a lot of sediment in this one.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, very high in fiber.
See, I think my stance on sake is I prefer the cleaner, crispier stuff.
Mm.
Because in my mind, like a sake, that's kind of what I'm going for if I get a sake.
A clean one.
Yeah, like this isn't bad, but I wouldn't buy it probably because my mind doesn't associate sake with that.
Mm.
Maybe later down the road.
So,
Oh my goodness.
let's see. I think before we get into ratings and vibes, I think we should rank.
All right.
So,
Hold up.
yes, exactly, Brandon. It's sake with pulp.
Sake with pulp.
Will likes his sake pulp free.
Yeah, but I do like my OJ with pulp.
Interesting. I didn't know that.
Mhm,
You don't strike me as a
mhm.
pulp guy.
I really want to warm these two up.
Personally, I prefer my pulp to be imaginary. I prefer a pulp fiction. Little early dad joke for everybody there.
Haha.
Oh my. And for once, the viewers can see my face.
Oh,
Wow.
Wow, boo's in the chat. Wait, just wait. Just you wait. It only gets so
No,
much worse.
What? Are there boos?
There's a boo in
Are
the
there
chat.
boos in the chat? No. No.
Okay.
It's okay. I deserve
Sadness.
it.
I got
Excuse me.
wow, if you drink from the bottle. Oh wait, no, you guys are different
Which
though.
one?
I tasted the green one and the cat one
Mm-hmm.
like back to back. And it's so different straight from the bottle.
My light just died.
Oof.
You and I were talking about it before
Mm.
Will. It's like it takes forever to charge.
If you go back to back with them,
Let's see if I can fix
it
that.
is like
Hmm.
so different,
Ooh.
Hold on, I'll go back to
Oh,
back in a
that's so
second.
nice.
right? The sweetness of the cat one really comes out.
Oh,
And it is
Okay, all of
so
those.
like fruity and floral.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, I have vibes for all of these. I already have like in my mind vibes and pictures.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think I can get behind the cloudy.
Let me back to back these.
I tried.
Yeah.
Okay, green boy.
Yeah.
It's yeah, it's so interesting.
Those are entirely different.
Right?
Wow. And let's see. I've sat this one in front of my computer fan, the green one, and it's about room temp now. And I don't know if I like it better or not at room temp.
Man, I want to warm up my other ones. But I know that would probably take like 30 seconds, so I'm not going to do it.
Okay, hold on. Let me try these two.
I'm going to do it during the
Is the
break.
microwave close to you?
No. No, it's
Oh,
not.
okay. Yeah.
I would
let's do
have
it
to
during break.
run.
We should microwave some steak while we're
I
at
would
it.
have to.
I think that guy's in the chat.
Okay.
Oh,
all
wait,
of
no,
the
he's
all
not.
of the
He's not.
all of the whatchamacallit, the pairs with made me want to like grill stuff so
Mhm.
much. Like it was like grilled pork and barbecue and like pesto pasta and nutty cheeses, and I'm like, I want food.
Honestly, based on this
I want all
sake-
that food.
Based on this sake experience that I've had this evening, if I were to be like grilling something, I would say like, don't bring me sake, bring me whiskey.
I mean, preferences. I love whiskey. Absolutely. Like long-term relationship with whiskey. Love.
Yeah.
Sake. This is gonna sound terrible. I'm like, sake's a fling every once in a while.
That tracks. We're getting a little bit
But I do
into
love
we're
into
getting
the vibes.
Yeah, a little bit into the vibe. So ranking, which do we like most to least? Will, you go first.
Oh wow. Yeah. I agree with Gigabyte though. Where the cat one has more burn to it.
Which is
For
interesting
sure.
because it's actually the middle of the road on alcohol percentage.
Right. Okay. But oh my gosh. I think I would go green one. As my number one. Cat's number 2, Creamy's number 3. That's how I'd rank those.
Vi?
Do you want ratings or do you just want them?
Well, we'll get into
ordered?
those in a second here.
Okay.
I think that's my same exact like rating. The green one, Chika, the cute one, and then the pink one.
Okay. I think
do like the pink one a lot though.
I think I liked the green one, the pink one, and then the Chika. So I think pink one's middle, green one is top.
Okay.
That being said, let's get into ratings and vibes a little bit. Will, do you have any idea? Vi, give us time to think, please. Start with
will.
you know what? Start with your least favorite, and then work up.
My least favorite. Okay, so honestly, I could flip-flop between the Chika and the Sayuri because they both are kind of like on the same level for me. They're both very sweet. But like the sayuri has like a little bit of a starchiness to it and reminds me of a cactus or like a spiky succulent to where it kind of has that little bit of abrasiveness when you first like see it or touch it or want to interact with it. But then it's so pretty and then it gives you flowers and it's like, oh, it's so nice though. So like that's the it's not very approachable, but it's very pretty. Very pretty and very complex too. I like the layers that it has. Like it is very yeah, it's very interesting. Very interesting.
It does have a lot of layers.
Mm-hmm.
I would say it is the most complex of the three.
Yeah.
Which one was that?
Sayuri.
The pink one. The pink
Okay.
one.
Yep.
Yeah.
I agree.
That one if I had to if I had to liken this to like going on a date, this would be that like mysterious person that oh what's it called?
It's a catfish.
Sunded? Sunded?
Tsundere. I don't know
It's
what it
like
is, but yeah.
yeah, Gigabyte.
Gigabell.
Gigabyte. You know, you know what I'm trying to say. It's when they're like they come off kind of like cold and distant and kind of mysterious, but then all of a sudden they do something super sweet to you and you're just like, ooh,
Brandon dropped
okay.
it, or Gigabyte dropped it.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what this one comes off to me is like it's like even the bottle, it's like super sweet looking, but then once you taste it, you're like,
capitalized it.
All caps.
Gigabyte put it in chat. Yep.
yeah. I need to log
Easy,
onto the
that's-
chat so I can see these. Oh my goodness. But yeah, that's what it reminds me of. Is like it's like the very cold, kind of like distant, very mysterious person that you're just like, why are they so mean and weird and so not nice? And then they do something like super sweet and you're like, oh, all like
Somebody clip
Sparkle eyes.
that sound bite right there. That's good.
Wait, can you see chat, Vi?
I can't. I'm not logged onto the chat. I should
Yeah.
log on to the chat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it's I'm gonna totally butcher it. He said Sundari? Sundari.
Yeah, I know how it's spelled. It's
okay.
Tsundere, I believe.
Oh, dead on. Yep.
Yeah, but I don't
Yeah.
remember how to pronounce it. It's like
Gotcha.
Sundere or something like that. I forget exactly how to pronounce it, so I'm probably butchering it. But I know the term.
Will, do you have a vibe for Sayuri?
Oh, Sayuri? Let me give me like 20 seconds.
Okay.
Do you?
All right, it's your turn.
I do kind of have a vibe. I can give it in 20 seconds, I think. Bad, but in a milky way. Yeah, I don't really know exactly what to say for a vibe on this one. To me, it's like it feels like something you would drink with lighter food. It seems like it's like a lunch drink. Yeah, I could see it going well with like melon, like cantaloupe or honeydew. To me, but if I saw a bottle of this sitting on the counter, I would probably just abstain. So much for my vibes.
Is it because it's pink?
No, it's because it's not good.
It's okay. We kind of figured you wouldn't like the sake.
And it's not me being like stubborn. I just don't like it. I do like some Japanese things. I like ramen.
I don't like olives.
I don't like olives either. Will, vibes.
Okay. Cherry blossom season in Japan. Okay. hear me out.
Springtime.
Okay, you're at the park. Cherry blossoms. You see the beautiful cherry blossoms. You're like, well, you're on a date. Okay. and you bring out this beautiful pink bottle. I think this has won numerous awards. So, if your significant other knows anything about sake, she'd be like, "Oh, that's so cute." And the name is Sayori. I don't know how to say the name of this
Sayuri.
thing. What is it again?
Sayuri.
Sayori.
Yeah.
Close enough.
Sayuri.
Sayuri.
Sayori.
You're
Brandon's
good.
like, Gigabyte's
good.
like drinking in public. So, anyways, you're with your date. You pull this out. Honestly, I wouldn't expect to finish this bottle on a date. It would be mostly for presentation purposes.
I like you.
And
Here's some
at
pink
least
sake.
for me, yeah. Here's some. What did we refer to it as earlier? The yummy pink stuff. So
The pink one.
here's
Yeah.
the yummy pink stuff for
It's
us
the
to
pink
share.
one.
And her being the aesthetic type would be like, oh, it's so cute. It matches all the strawberries you brought and the cherry blossoms around us. It was cheap, wasn't it? It was like
It wasn't
$7
very
for the
expensive.
small bottle. For the small bottle.
Oh,
Yeah.
I got the big bottle.
Disclaimer. Yeah, the big bottle does cost quite a bit more, I
It
know.
was like $7 or $8 for this.
And so I wouldn't expect to finish it. But it is quite delicious. It's growing on me. It is very very sweet, which I think is what took me back in the first place. I was like, that might be too sweet for me. But the more I'm having it, the more I'm feeling like it's like a dessert-ish kind of thing, where I would want it with it feels like melon flavored. So I would actually replace it, like whatever you would have melons with. This is what you would have this with.
What do melons complement
So-
exactly?
Melons, they're great for picnics.
True.
So- like
I've
honeydew.
seen-
Melons
yeah, I've seen
complement
melons.
fruit. Good in a fruit salad.
I would love to have this with some charcuterie, with like some really fine cheeses. I think with what do you call it? Some really sharp cheddar or something hearty. I think is what would. Oh yeah, you got cheese, Vi. I would try it
I forgot I
Try
had
it.
cheese.
because I feel like something pretty hearty, something what do you call it? Yeah, sharp. I feel like that would complement the creaminess of it pretty well.
Maybe something even just a shade on the sour side, like a sour berry of some sort.
There you go. Yeah. Was I right, Vi? Yeah. Nailed the
Oh,
vibe.
She looks
I'm happy with
emotional.
that.
Oh,
Yeah, because I feel like it just would contrast really nicely because the creaminess would smooth out the edges of the cheese. So that's my vibe check for that one. Oh, somebody mentioned in chat
Oh,
Ferdinand's
that's good.
cheese. Oh,
Ferdinand's
absolutely.
cheese.
So
Oh, yes,
Ferdinand is
definitely.
an amazing place. Wait, do you know Ferdinand's cheese?
I don't know Ferdinand's
Mhm.
cheese.
What do you think it is, Vi?
oh, wait, no, I'm thinking of a different one. I'm thinking
Okay.
of the.
Okay. Yeah.
No, I'm not thinking of Ferdinand's. What's it called? The little. I'll figure it out later. But yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Go ahead.
But it's a place we actually went to visit in Idaho, which was like a creamery right on the campus of a university where they have like an agriculture program, and they like made their own cheese and ice cream with the cows there, which was like super delicious. And they have all kinds of cheeses. Absolutely. To address chat, I would totally take this, grab some great cheese from there, pair them together, have a great time, spend the afternoon together. I could feel like you
Washington,
could
not
sip on
Idaho,
this
it looks
for a
like.
while. Oh, okay, gosh.
Close
Okay,
enough.
but
Close enough.
okay, so it's in Pullman and Moscow, which are like right next to each other, which are on the border of Idaho and Washington.
Okay.
I've spent a lot of time trying to figure this out, and Anywho,
Okay.
I knew it was
I was
on one of
thinking
the
of
sides.
Beecher's. I was thinking of Beecher's cheese.
Mm.
So we're already at
But a
the
good cheese.
35-minute mark. We've reached the 35-minute mark.
I mean, we have 3
yeah.
sakes.
This is
So,
true.
I
This is
mean-
true.
Chat,
So I say we move
Washington.
on a touch. Let's go on to the Chika vibes.
All right.
I'm so sorry, chat. Washington.
You've let him down. I've got a vibe for this. First, bad, but my vibe is I would give this to somebody, especially a girl who was like really into like Japanese stuff. Like, if I knew a girl who was like really into Japanese stuff, I would give it to her because I'm like, I saw this and thought of you, and I was like, it's cute. You like Japanese stuff. This is totally your vibe. Here you go. I don't. Yeah. That's about where it begins and ends with me. I would give it away. William.
I like the vibe check of, yeah, she's into Japanese. I don't know. Here you go.
Yeah.
Just look what you're into.
Well, it's like, yeah, it's cute. It's Japanese. I thought you might like it. I saw it and thought of you. There you go.
Oh, you're a gem. Vi, do you have a vibe check? Because it might take me a sec.
Oh, that's really good
mean-
with cheese. All of these are really good with cheese.
I have to
haven't
say-
tried the juice yet, but
I've let the green one warm up a bit in front of my computer fan. It is better room temperature to warm.
yeah. See, that's why I want to warm these up.
Yeah.
I bet they're so good warm.
And I think I like
Like,
I like the Sayuri one better at warmed up a little bit, like just off of room temperature, not necessarily chilled.
I also love how our vibe checks have just turned into, what date would you take this on to?
Exactly.
We're-
I know, it's so funny.
We are 3 single people. This is what's on our minds.
I mean, for real though.
Yeah, we're desperate, and we hope that this podcast will put us in touch with people that are interested in the same kind of thing that we are.
I'm not gonna go that far.
Well, I'm the host, and I speak for all 3 of us, so hit us up.
Oh my god.
WineWordle@gmail.com. One of us will see it.
Oh my goodness.
You'll
All
see
right.
it.
Anyways,
That's all on you, Kaden. That's his email address, guys.
it
absolutely.
is
It
the
goes to him.
podcast. It's the podcast email address.
Uh-huh.
We all have
Absolutely.
access to that account. Anyways, Vi, what are your vibes for Chika?
You know what's funny is I get the vibes for this one very similar to the vibes that Will had for the Sayuri. Like, when I taste this, I think of like a spring day and like cherry blossoms falling in the wind, and you're just having like this little picnic, and a cat is curled up right next to you, and just like you're petting it and enjoying the warm sunshine.
Is it your cat or is it a street cat?
I don't care.
Cat.
Any cat whatsoever.
Congratulations, you now have
Look at-
fleas.
Yay. Just look at the cat. Look at the cat. It's so cute.
Honestly, to me,
So
the container is the best part of this one.
It's the whole reason I even chose it was because of the jar and
Yeah.
because I can keep it. It's glass. I can reuse it.
Exactly. Probably not dishwasher safe.
I don't know, maybe not.
The stickers won't hold.
Yeah, it's very light. It's very refreshing. It has at the very end a very slight like yeasty kind of taste, but it's very like welcoming. It's very springy. Like I feel like it's very springy, and just like
Boing.
yeah. Yeah. And it tastes great with cheese too. Man, all of these are like great. Well, like I said, I haven't tried the Junmai yet, but like it's such a nice pairing with like the sharp cheddar, the sweetness contrasting the sharp cheddar for both of them. So good. So yeah, actually my vibes for this one are the vibes that Will had for the for the pink one.
Will and I both gave melon adjacent answers with the pink one. Melons were involved. Anyway, Will.
Lots of melons.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're
so this
thinking with
one
our
gives me a
melons.
nutty undertone.
Hey,
So,
nutty.
no, this one's so dumb. So this one, I am curious about heating up. I was just dying. So this one, I am curious about heating up because the vibe I'm actually picking up on this is very different from what Vi's picking up. Okay. So prep yourself. I imagine this inside. Okay.
Oh.
On a winter day, like we're going
Oh.
into. Okay. You ready for this? So I think if you heat this up, and I may be wrong, we'll find out later in the podcast. Stay tuned. See, I'm keeping that viewer retention. I think that alcohol or that little bit of burning is going to be accentuated when you heat it up. And I think it's going to bring out a
Oh.
cinnamony flavor to where you're going to want to curl up with a blanket and have this warm. Okay. I could be very wrong, but that's the vibe I'm getting. It is sweet. It's the sweetness that I'm a little worried about. That could also be brought out more when it gets heated up, but I'm hoping that it goes the other direction. And if that is so, I would love to have this with a pasta. Okay.
Interesting.
The previous one I would have with a steak with some cloudiness, some melon, right? Okay. I know, I'm crazy. But the Chika sake cup heated up, and I imagine here, would pair well with a pasta. And we're going to find out. But that's where I stand on it as the vibe check is inside, kind of like an Italian dinner with some heated Chika sake.
Interesting.
Oh, Brandon, Gigabyte brought up no ramen
I see
mention.
True.
Oh yeah.
Actually,
Ramen's a little more of a soup than a pasta, though.
let me try. No, I'm feeling Italian with that one. Maybe on the
Mamma
green
mia.
one I'll feel ramen. But yeah, we'll see.
Okay.
Gigabyte says Chica's the sweet old lady who greets you on the way to work.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, yes. Oh, it's like a oh my goodness, I can't think of it. I'm thinking of the Spanish word because I've been listening to or I've been learning Spanish. I'm like abuela, but like no, what's the word for a
Grandmother.
Grandmother.
yeah, for grandmother in Japanese? I forget what it is.
Oh.
I have no idea. Okay.
My
Give
brain, my
Gigabyte
brain's
about
only
10
thinking.
seconds and he'll drop it.
Yeah. Last
Yeah,
but not
do it.
least, the green one. I think I would like to go last. So, Will, do you have any vibes for the green one, or Vi, are you going first again?
It depends. Does Will have a vibe? Because I've got a vibe.
I don't then.
All right, then Vi, you go first.
Ooh, man, the green one reminds me of. I don't know why I'm going with like dates this time. Like the person I would be on a date with. This is like a suave, like suit tux in tie, like suit and tie
It's
tux,
wearing
kind of
all
like
three: a
gentleman.
suit, tux, and a tie.
Yes, exactly. Suit and tie, like the whole getup. Like it feels like the most refined gentleman you can imagine. Just like classy. Like this feels very, very just sophisticated and classy. I really, really like this. Like going to a real fancy restaurant. Yeah. I have cheese. I'm gonna taste this with cheese.
Oh, cheese time.
Okay.
But yeah, that's my vibe. That's my vibe is like this gave me like sophisticated, very expensive, like fine dining restaurant. And Like oh my goodness. What's Batman's name?
I was just about to say it's the Bruce Wayne of sake.
Bruce Wayne. Bruce Wayne. It is literally like Bruce Wayne. You know in that part in the movie where he like pulls up in his what is it, a Ferrari? Is it a Ferrari?
Yeah. I'm sure they'll let us push a couple tables together. I own the place.
Exactly. Like imagine that like confidence coming up, just dressed super suave, and then just like this reminds me of that. This is the Bruce Wayne of sakes.
Okay. A vivid
Wow.
comparison. Will, what do you got?
Oh, that's great with cheese.
Mhm.
Oh,
Maybe that was my problem. I didn't pair it with anything. I paired it
Oh, that
with
is
paired
so
each
good
one
with-
with other sake and water.
Wow. Okay. So vibe. Oh man, my vibe check. I think okay, and it might just be the color, but I'm getting like crisp green apple from it. Like
Ooh.
like some tardiness to it.
It's late.
And
This is the sake of not arriving on time.
it is clean though. Okay?
Mhm.
It's not the cleanest I've had though. So I've had some really refreshing sakes. This is the cleanest of the three. So I think I'm with Vi a little bit on that, where this is the cleaned up one out of the three. If we're talking, if this was a personality, this guy, he's very refined in the way he lives his life.
It's so funny to see you
Man.
drinking straight out of the bottle.
We've given up because the one cup we've had got all cloudy. So I'm just like, okay, clearly this is not gonna like represent it very well. So honestly though, this out of the three is what I would have with ramen. And I would have this chilled. Okay, the reason being,
Ooh.
I think it would actually contrast. This is a very contrasty tasting that I'm giving out of the three. So the cold, it's a very precise. It's not too overly sharp, but it's not soft. It seems to be very like if you were to throw a dart at a dartboard, it would hit bullseye every time, or at least
Ooh.
accurate. It's accurate in every time it hits, you know exactly what's going to happen. So I would imagine the coldness of this sake paired with a warm ramen that is very salty.
Ooh.
I'm picturing the saltiness pairing well with this, with some bone broth in there. Maybe even an egg, like a deviled egg, and the unami of a seaweed taste, I think would actually pair well with this. Aren't you impressed? I knew what that word was.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah, it is a lot sharper when it's cold.
yeah, so I think those flavors that you would get from a ramen, this is filling a spot in that list of flavors to complete the set of flavors in your mouth. So
Okay.
that's what I got. This would be a yeah, if I was at a restaurant having ramen, or if I was home having ramen with my significant other.
As you do.
This is what I would order / have on hand.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I'd like you to come with me on a journey for a moment. It is, I would say it's probably like a late autumn day. It's cold but clear. It is, you've gone to the butcher shop and you have got yourself some very high quality steak. Like you've got like some prime rib, perhaps maybe tri-tip, maybe even like a really good tomahawk steak. And so you bring these guys home, and you you put the nice rub on it, maybe even marinade. You let it, you sit there a minute, then you smoke it, and then you bring it out onto the grill, or maybe use one of those like pellet type grills, so you get that nice smoky wood flavor, but also like the nice grilled char, and you're cooking it, and it just smells incredible. Maybe you're even grilling some mushrooms on there. You've got mashed potatoes cooking on the stove. It's just like, a good hearty steak dinner. And you think to yourself, man, this would go really good with some like, some alcohol, something really nice to drink. And this isn't a beer occasion. This is not at all a beer occasion. You go to the liquor cabinet, you open it up, and stacked floor to ceiling is just this green bottles of Joto Junmai sake. And you move some of them out of the way. It's just a hallway deep back behind it, filled with green bottles, nothing but green bottles. And you turn to your right, and one of them turns to look at you, and it says, "Drink me, please." And you wake up. It was a nightmare. You did not have whiskey in the house. That is my vibe.
That was great. Thank you for that picture. It's a nightmare. Oh my gosh. That was not the twist I was expecting.
And then you wake up. It was a nightmare.
Oh man, he's really into this sake. Oh no. That was awesome.
Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Okay, so ratings, 2.5 for the green and the pink one, 2 for Chika.
Wow.
This
Wow.
man is
Okay.
It's not true
Okay.
love, it's a nightmare.
Wow. I think wasn't our last episode like our highest rated wine ever?
Yep.
Now we're going to the
Bottom
lowest.
floor.
To be fair, this is a completely different type of alcohol. It's in a category all on its own. It's made from rice, guys. Even the whole process is different.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. The fact we even have sake as an invention, it's quite something.
Indeed it is. Will, what are your ratings?
Can you come back to me?
Vi, what are your ratings?
Okay, I would give the Joto Junmai, I would give it probably a 7.95. Because I like it.
But it's not quite an
like-
8.
Yeah, it's not quite an 8, but it's not low enough to be a 7, but it's still really good. The Chika, I would probably give it a 7.65.
Why are we getting so
And the
granular?
Sayuri, I would probably, I am because these are so close together. The Sayuri, I would give it a 7.55.
Okay. Will? I swear, if you start getting into thousands of decimals, I will turn off the stream.
So, the Sayuri, I'm going to give it a 7.
He does have the power to do that.
I am the only person hosting the stream.
You should know me better, Caden. You know, if you tell me not to do something, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, well, I was directed at Will for a reason. But I also know Will, and I know he's going to just to do it.
Yeah, I would have.
Yeah.
So, okay, this is going to be odd. The viewers may hate me for this, okay? Personally, first, second, third, right?
Mm-hmm.
7. Seven and a half.
Wait a second.
8.
Oh.
Not to me, but as a sake. Okay.
Oh.
I thought this was
reason
supposed to be
being-
about your
Okay.
opinion. By the way, that was opposite for the listeners because this is an audio podcast usually. His preference goes Joto to Chika to Sayuri. But he rated them in opposite order. Sayuri, Chika, Joto.
Okay. There's a reason. There's a reason. This, the Joto green one, very nice to me. It's not offensive. We're friends. But I will say the cat one, it has a cat and it's glass. And I feel heated up. Again, that may change. But I feel like the burn or the little bit of I'm hoping there's a little bit of cinnamon in there. Okay, we have hopes, we have dreams. But I'm hoping that a little bit comes out of that. I know it's more sweet, but as a sake, I feel like it's just more full. Okay? Now, the Sayori. I'm not going to say it right. I apologize so much in advance. So, the pink one, it is amazing. Okay? It has a lot going for it. It is very complex. It is very festive. It is as a sake compared to the green one. The green one's basic. The pink one is something else that needs to be experienced.
It's
Okay?
the Christmas
Now,
of sakes.
I wouldn't. There's a lot. I don't know what that means, but
I don't know what it means either.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So the green one, not offensive, totally cool. But the pink one takes a stance as this is my flavors. These are what happens, but I respect it. And for
Deal with it.
that, I think the pink one, that's why I rate it an 8 because it is strong, it is committal, it knows what it wants to be, and it hits that mark. So I am proud of it.
Okay.
That's my ratings.
Okay.
I agree with that.
Interesting. Yeah, this
Oh.
one definitely is very much like the pink one is very much like this is what I am. If you don't like it, you can leave.
Yeah. Yeah, whereas green, crowd pleaser. Nothing wrong. I personally prefer him, but yeah,
Interestingly, I
pink
would
one.
say Chika was a little milder. Like that was a little bit more of a crowd pleaser to me.
Really? Okay. Okay. I prefer
If you're
yeah, to address chat, show you ramen. Yes, that was the ramen I
Yes.
had in mind.
Same. Shoyu.
With some soy sauce in there. Oh. And then Kobe steak. I'm guessing that was for Caden's little thing.
I was
Yeah.
see. I'm not well versed in Japanese culture. I thought it was like Kobe steak, as in like Kobe Bryant. Kobe.
Whatever steak Caden was talking about, I'll leave that to him.
Yeah. I mean that would totally work. I'm not very familiar with like Japanese steak, but I know my American steaks.
Anywho,
Tri-tip, porterhouse.
This was a
Kobe-
great
Kobe steak
experience.
is
I gotta
great.
lie. Not gonna lie.
Okay. So
Yeah.
I think at this point it's a good time to move on to phase 2 of the show, where we talk about Wordle. This is probably not. Well, we didn't discuss this beforehand, so it's probably not going to work. I was trying to think of a way to expedite Wordle because it's the absolute driest part of the show. But we didn't think about it
do you
beforehand,
mean?
so we're just going to do it the normal, boring way. So, with that in mind, please follow along with us if you're a Wordle player, and just yeah, and you know, look at your own Wordles. Anyways, Thursday, November 21st. I got this one in 3.
Dude, you guys know I haven't done any of... Let me do my last Wordle, okay?
We'll do
I
it.
have to
Do it live.
today.
Do it when we get there.
I'll do it when we get there then.
Yeah.
We'll do it.
That's our tradition. We do a live Wordle
Okay,
every
okay.
live show.
Okay, then I'll be the one that does the live Wordle. So okay, is it November 20th?
November 21st. Because we're including today's.
Okay. I'm good.
Why?
Go ahead.
Why
go ahead.
were you
I'm fine.
hesitant?
No reason. Go ahead.
Did you play funny words on the 20th?
Let's just start.
I
Let's
would
just start.
love to hear the funny words you played on the 20th. That would be great.
No, we're good.
What?
Go ahead.
Okay. Anyways, the 21st, the answer was spine, and I got it in 3. I did stare, then shown, as in the past tense of shine, and then I did spine.
Oh, very nice. I can go next.
Yes,
oh
you
wait,
can.
no, sorry, you're host.
You can go next. Phil.
Sorry, I just totally butted in because I'm like, hey, I found it. I found my screenshot. I got it in 5. Notch, snail. Sign. I think when I played this, right? This isn't a word. Sinus.
No, it's a word.
Oh yeah, it is. The nose thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
The
yeah,
nose
cool.
thing.
I wasn't
Yeah.
out of left
The
field.
nose
Yeah,
thing.
Okay. That's what I thought it was. Okay. And then 4th guess was spink. With a K.
Okay, hold on.
So I'm careful to. Okay. What is it, Kaden?
The meaning of spink is chaffinch, which is a common European finch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you see a spink
It's the plural form.
walking around. Mhm.
Oh no, plural. No, plural is add an S. My mistake. Middle English spinke, perhaps of Scandinavian origin, akin to Swedish spink. It's a bird. It's a small bird.
It's a bird. It's a bird.
Yeah,
verb.
so spink
verb.
was 4th. I don't know.
How?
And then I got spine because it's just that last letter that needed to change.
I'm impressed. You're starting off with a bang here,
Thank
Yep.
you.
for sure. All right, Friday. This would have been.
Wait, Vi didn't do Thursday.
I am so
Oh,
sorry. I am so sorry.
host.
I am so sorry.
Kaden.
I'm sorry. It was an accident. I
You have
swear.
one job.
All right.
I have one
see
job
how
and I'm
important
bad
I
at
am.
it.
I got it in 3. I know I did all of them today, but still.
Okay.
I got it in 3. My first word was naive.
Mm.
And then I did unite,
Okay.
and then I did spine.
Nicely done.
So yeah, that was mine.
Did you play funny words on the 20th? Because I kind of want to know.
Kaden, no, stop it.
Darn it.
Stop it. I'm not gonna tell you what I did.
Okay, after the show then.
All right.
Okay. Anyways, moving on. November 22nd. This was Friday. I got this one in 2. I did it in 2. It was stare and then pearl. Pearl being the answer. William,
Very nicely done, sir.
thank you.
I got mine in 4. I did notch, raise,
Shout out.
bread, and then pearl.
Okay.
Yeah, I was really happy that I got pearl on the 4th one.
Yeah, I could have seen that going longer.
Yeah, happy with that.
Okay, Vi, I'm not forgetting about you this time.
You can forget about me this time.
Nope.
It's fine.
Nope. I will not.
No,
Do it.
no.
Tell us.
I got it in 5.
Oof, unfortunate.
I made such a small brain move in my 3rd guess. It was terrible. But to be fair, like I said, I was solving them right before we went live, and you guys made me laugh.
Because you've been slacking. You've been slacking.
I've been snacking.
And snacking. Do a little bit of both.
I have been slacking. I'm like a month behind on my Wordles. But
Bruh.
anyways. Yeah. Anyways. Gotta love that New York Times app. Subscription. Anyways, lived was my first word. Then I did clean, which was a good word to choose. And then I did large, which was stupid.
Yeah, not ideal.
Which was stupid. But still, it gave me a lot of good letters. And then I did realm. And then I did pearl. So, not my best Wordle.
No, not at all. But you know what? It happens. Happens to the best of them. Speaking of
Yep.
November 23rd, Saturday, I got it in 5. Because I was dumb. I did stare, then coven, then felid, then belly, then jelly. Will?
Not bad.
It's not great.
I did. Yeah, I did it in 5 as well. So I did notch and nothing there. So I did a raise. Tried to figure out where that E was. Did bleed. Did lumpy, which I was like, hey, I got the Y.
Yeah.
So I went ahead and put jelly.
Lumpy
I
jelly.
was pretty happy with that. Actually, all things considered, that was the best I could have done.
Yeah, could have been worse.
Yep.
Bye.
I got it in 4.
Nicely done. Nicely done.
Yep. I know, I'm making up for the day before. I started off with early, which was a very lucky guess. And then did newly, and then did belly, and then did jelly. So, yep.
The old belly jelly gets all of us. One day.
Belly jelly.
I got a jelly belly. Okay, moving on. Sunday, November 24th. I got this one in 3. I did stare, which gave me an S and a T. Then my next guess was very good. It was joist, which gave me the I, the S, and the T. And then I did twist. Will?
Very nice. I got mine in 4. Did snotch.
Snotch?
Got a yellow T, so I'm like, notch.
I know, but you said snotch.
Got that yellow T. Wanted to figure out where that T was. I went ahead and put start. Figured out, ooh, there's 2 T's. Very interesting. But I could not figure out what to do from there, to be honest. So I went ahead and put twist. Or, no, bloom. I put bloom to figure out any vowels, like any consonants. Like, no, it was all gray. So after some trial and error, I figured out it was twist for my 4th. So, yeah, not bad.
At least you got it in 4.
Yeah.
I did better this time. I got it in 3.
Nice.
I think you guys heard me that time when I was like, oh, this is going to be hard. And I'm like, oh. So I started off with resin. And then I did joist. And then I did twist.
Shout out to joist.
Woo!
Resin. Okay.
Yeah.
Not bad. Monday, November 25th was another low point for me this week. I got it in 5. I did stare, then proud, got the R and the O right away. Then I did wrong, so I had the W and the N in the wrong place. Then my next guess, frown, unfortunate, because the answer was brown, which I got on my 5th guess.
Wait, prown?
Frown, like.
What is that? Oh, frown.
Frown, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Frown moment.
Very nice. I got it in 4.
Ooh, nice.
I put notch, snore, groan. Like I groan something. I have grown something before.
Oh,
in
grown.
my backyard.
I see.
Yeah, like.
Yeah.
Felt like I
like
should
grown up.
Explain that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Grown up is probably a better example. Yeah. And then from that, I was like, oh, I just need to change a letter. So I went ahead and put brown.
Nice.
To be fair, I thought about putting grown, but I was like, nah, Wordle wouldn't do that. I went brown.
Clarifying in chat, Gigabyte Intel, it's STARE, stare, as in staring contest.
Yeah,
Is how I play it.
uses.
Until stare is an answer, I will keep that as my starting word. But it took a long time with Rays.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But then I'll probably play the Vi way.
Random.
Yeah, random starting words.
Absolutely random and like making no sense whatsoever. So I did waste for my. Oh, I got it in 3, by the way.
Oh, nicely done. Good job.
Yeah. No
Impressive.
idea how. I did waste, and then I did grown. You know, grown up.
Yeah, as you do.
Let's go.
And then I did brown.
Wow.
Let's go.
Brown was very lucky. The only reason I did it was because, again, alphabetical order. So
I
yeah.
see. Yeah, because you did
you ever
grown, so you would have had drown, you would have had frown, and brown.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll occasionally, when I don't know what to pick, I'll just go in alphabetical order.
How orderly of you, and how unlike your first guesses. Yesterday,
Yeah.
Tuesday, the 26th. I got it in 4. I did stare, then clout, then thick, then witch. Thick was a good guess.
Yeah,
Thick is a very
solid
good
guess. A lot to unpack there. Okay,
What, clout?
I got mine in thick.
When your clout is thick, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like Sayuri Sake.
Yeah.
So anyways, I got mine in 4. I did notch. Then patch. Well, see, notch gave me that TCH, which is actually kind of sketch.
Yeah.
But I went ahead and put patch. Eliminating vowels here. And then I put ditch. And then I'm like, well, okay, it's either ditch or witch or so I went ahead and put witch.
Not alphabetical order.
Not alphabetical, no. Because Wordle wouldn't.
No, Wordle would never.
Again, I got real lucky and I got it in 3.
Bruh.
I started off with ramen.
Okay.
And that gave me nothing.
Nope.
And then I did hitch. Lucky guess.
That's unbelievably
let me tell
lucky.
Ya.
Holy cow.
Yep. And then I got witch. And again, that was just a lucky guess. Absolutely, like, I need to ask WordleBot how lucky that was, because that was just 100% luck right there.
Yeah. So you haven't done today's, is that correct?
No, I haven't.
All
So
right.
I'm going to do it
Well,
right now.
I think you need to do it and walk us through.
Okay, so
I
let's
started
see.
with
What am
stare.
I gonna...
That's all you're getting.
I'm not going to do your word.
Beach. Play beach.
I'm going to do bland.
Mm.
Okay.
Wait, she's doing Wordle live?
Yeah.
I am.
Snap. Okay.
I did bland.
Bland is
and
a very good guess.
Okay. Oh man. Okay.
Think of
that's
steak.
a very. Steak is not bland, man.
No, I'm just saying think of steak for future guesses.
Think of steak for future guesses. Oh my goodness. Okay. I got bland. What has an LAN? No.
She's thinking.
Huh.
The thought.
I am. I'm thinking. I'm thinking.
Riveting
I'm
listening
thinking.
for the future podcast.
It
audience.
is. It
Yeah,
is.
speak
It is.
out
It's
your
definitely.
thoughts.
Yeah.
Speak them out.
I'm trying to think. I was like thinking stand, but no, that doesn't work.
Now is a great time to tell you about our sponsor. We don't have a sponsor.
Right?
You know what?
Oh, no. I was thinking plant, but that's already been a word. Hmm.
You know what? Shout out High Five Pest Control. You are here in the chat.
Hey!
Local small business in
Hey!
our area, run by a friend of mine.
Our viewers. Yeah.
I think all of our viewers know High Five Pest Control. But hey,
So
you know
let's
what?
talk
Shout
about
out.
butter rum or butter gin. Have you had a butter gin
try.
before?
I have not had a buttered gin. Actually, I haven't even had a buttered rum.
I'm gonna try slant.
Just
But
gonna try
have you had
slant.
screwball? That's kind of like, oh, slant.
Wow. That's a good guess.
Yeah, that's a good guess.
Hold up. Hang on.
Oh, this would be a good disclaimer if you haven't done today's Wordle.
Oh yeah, there's slight spoilers.
Yeah.
You might want to hop
Yeah.
out.
Minor spoilers,
Yes.
really.
If you, yeah, it's 10 o'clock mine time, so hopefully you've done your Wordle before then. But okay.
Gigabyte Intel. Shout out to High Five. Serves the Willamette Valley.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Here in Oregon.
Slang? Slang?
Let's see.
Hey!
Nice. Nicely done.
Slang.
So we heard you.
Awesome.
How you got there. It took me 4. I did stare, then scalp, then slain, as in slain the dragon, and then I did slang.
Not
Nice.
bad. I did mine in 4. I did notch, snail.
Headphones
Slank.
fell out of your head.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Slank, you said?
Slank, yeah, it's like slang, but with a K at
Lanky.
the end.
It's the archaic
Yeah.
past tense of slink.
Slank
Oh,
is the past
slink.
tense of slink.
Yep. Of course, now the past tense of slink is slunk, but it used to be slank.
I didn't even
Wait,
think
so-
slank.
You know, slink or
As
swim.
in, like,
you know what I'm
he's-
saying?
He like slunk. Wait, slank? Wait,
Slunk.
what?
It means the exact same thing as slunk. It's the past tense of
What's
slink.
slunk?
To go to be like stealthy. You know, you slink around.
okay.
Yeah,
So he slank around.
he slank around.
Yeah, he slinks around.
Slinky kind of guy.
Yeah. Slinky kind of guy. What a guy. And I was able to get slang from that. Just change
I
that
would
K to
hope
a
so.
G.
Vi, you should have played
Yeah.
slank.
I didn't think
Yeah.
of slank because I thought of plant first. It just made me think of slant
Mm.
because I thought of the rhyming word, and yeah,
So I've done my
that's the
math.
only reason I think.
I've done my math.
Oh,
Have you all
let me
done
do my
yours?
math.
Oh.
No.
Oh, no.
Oh,
not at
man.
all.
All right, hang on.
This podcast is brought to you by numbers. They are annoying and we dislike them, but numbers are good sometimes.
Yeah, numbers are great.
So my total
Mathematics is
for
beautiful.
the week was 26, which gives me an average of 3.714285714285, repeating, of course.
Cool.
Yeah. How'd you do, Will?
We were so close. Wait, is it 7 numbers?
7 numbers indeed.
Okay, perfect. My total was 30, which gives me an average of 4.28571442, repeating, of course.
Vi, I think I beat you by 1. 2? Did you beat me? Dang it.
Man.
My total was 24.
Oof.
And that gave me an average of 3.4285714, repeating, of course.
Man. The 2 5s, the 2 5s got me.
Yeah, because I had that 1-5, but that man,
I thought I would be saved by the 1-2 I got, but
Yeah, man, and that was a speed run. I
Yeah.
did that so quick.
let me double check my math.
Yeah, you guys should double check my math too, just in case it's another one of those days.
Okay. Wait, no, you didn't drop it in Wordle chat, so I can't.
Oh, hang on.
Yeah, I know. Otherwise, I
Um,
would check your
yeah,
math.
so my math is good.
Okay,
And
I'll tell you what
Mine.
my here, I'll just tell you what I got.
yeah,
On
Okay.
Thursday I got 3.
Mm-hmm.
Friday I got 4. Or
Mm-hmm.
Friday I got 5. I'm sorry. Friday I got 5. Saturday I got 4.
okay.
Sunday I got 3. Monday I got 3. Tuesday I got 3, and then today I got 3.
Man, you get a lot of threes. Holy cow, you get a lot of
That's a
threes.
lot of threes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do actually have more threes than fours in your
I do in my
stats,
averages.
which that's
Yeah, in my
just
stats.
killer.
Good.
Getting threes every week.
Mm-hmm.
I have 326 threes and 311 fours on my stat.
I think part of that is the value of random guesses every time.
Yeah, you know what I think it is? I think it's just because I'm like, what should I put in now?
Yeah, because you have more odds to just hit on a couple of the right letters.
Yeah.
If you're not
Mm-hmm.
bound to the same, you know.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I'm proud of us. We did Wordle in 20 minutes. That was fast.
I'm proud of us too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think before we move into our next portion of the evening, the whatever portion, the lengthiest and meatiest portion of our podcast, I say we take a quick break, like 5-10 minutes somewhere in there. Take a break, and then we'll be back in just a moment.
I'm
Can
gonna
we
go
get an
warm up my
exact
sake.
number?
What'd you say?
Can we get an exact number for the listeners?
What do you guys feel like? 5 minutes? 10 minutes?
I need at least a minute to warm up my sake.
Let's do 10 minutes.
Okay.
Let's do 10 minutes.
Everybody hang
No.
tight.
I'm gonna go get some real
Hang tight.
alcohol, and I'm
So
gonna get
long.
some
I could
whiskey.
take a nap in that time.
Excuse me, Caden? What did you say?
I'm gonna go get some alcohol that
Yeah,
I
right.
actually enjoy. I'm gonna get some whiskey.
Oh, this guy. How
All
about
right. Well, I
5?
can't-
Can we do
I
it in
mean-
5?
I think we could do it in 5.
Let's do it in 5.
What if we did 7
Okay,
and a
5.
half?
Let's challenge ourselves at 5.
Okay, 5 minutes. All right.
Oh,
Break
man.
time, speed
Okay.
run. We'll be back. Let's do it. 3, 2, 1, break.
Got 30 seconds.
Not anymore.
Well,
That was the first
20.
thing you said as soon as we came back on.
Oh.
You're like, oh, we got 30 seconds. Yeah.
No, listeners.
Hello, listeners. We are back. By the way, I've got an Oban 14-year West Highland single malt whiskey. It's very nice. It's smokier than most
At
typical
least it's
Highland.
Japanese.
What?
You said Oban?
Oban. It's Scottish. It's like an actual. It's a Scotch.
Is it Scottish?
Yeah.
What am I thinking of?
I do not
I'm
know.
thinking of a different one then.
But yeah, it's a West Highland whiskey,
oh well.
so it's a little bit of a blend between like the Highland style and the Island style. So it's a little smokier than most typical Highland whiskeys. It's quite nice. Yeah. Got it in California. Speaking of getting things in California, Will, you and I took a trip down to San Francisco a couple weeks ago, and yeah, it was a trip. Why don't you tell the listeners a little bit about our adventure?
Wait, I start?
I mean, what else? I'm the host. You're supposed to talk.
I'm supposed to talk. Okay, sure thing.
I mean, you don't have to talk about everything, but you could give a little bit of a background as to like what our main purpose was going down there, and just a little bit about what happened.
This is the first time I'm hearing about this trip because you guys wouldn't tell me about it until the podcast. So I have lots of questions.
Yeah, ask all the questions you want, Vi. Actually, you know what? You host this segment.
Okay. So
yeah, I would like to draw attention to that really good segue.
It was beautiful.
Okay.
I am proud.
So you guys went to San Francisco. Now, I know, Caden, you weren't originally supposed to go.
No, I was not. It kind of came up last minute because Will was unable to secure a reliable, non-wimpy truck because we needed to tow a trailer. And my 4Runner is not the best trailer towing rig in the universe, but it would do the job that was required. And so we took my 4Runner down to San Francisco with a trailer.
You guys drove to San Francisco from Oregon.
Drove to San Francisco. All told, it's about 12 hours worth of driving, including bathroom and gas breaks.
Oh, you mean one way?
One way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's 12 hours one direction.
So this was a weekend trip.
If only it were so simple. We went down on Thursday.
Okay.
We went down on Thursday and came back on Friday. So we left Oregon early.
Hold up!
We left Oregon early Thursday morning and left California the middle of Friday morning. This was a thing that did occur.
Yeah, it was a short trip. So it was a special ops mission.
12 hours of driving?
Either way. So it's about 24 hours of driving in 2 days.
Yeah, it was pretty
solid. You
solid.
spent an evening. You spent an evening in San Francisco.
Yeah, you go down there, spend a night out on the town and, get some pizza at the laundromat and, yeah.
Okay, continue. You said the whole purpose.
Yeah,
all right.
Yeah, special ops.
What was it?
Okay.
Like special ops or whatever?
Special ops, okay. We were tasked with the job of going down to San Francisco from a place in Oregon. I don't want to dox ourselves. So
from somewhere in the Willamette Valley, and that's all you'll ever hear.
Somewhere in the Willamette Valley. So we were tasked with going down, which is about a 9-hour drive.
With no stops. That's if you don't stop.
That's if you don't stop. I mean, that's by Google standards. That's if nothing goes wrong. Spoiler alert. So we went ahead and said we can go down there, grab some stuff for a friend to be able to, who needed his stuff, who was moving up here. Okay. Mm-hmm. So we went ahead and said, yeah, we're totally able to. We were able to secure a trailer to borrow to grab his stuff. As Caden alluded to, Gigabyte Intel said subtle foreshadowing.
Yeah.
I love that meme, by the way.
I don't really like that meme. I'll be honest.
So Caden graciously was able to offer his ride, which we desperately needed. So
shout out to Toyotas, by the way.
Come along. Yeah,
let's go places.
It did the job. It was great.
Oh, and happy
So we
Toyotathon
went
to all those that celebrate.
I personally don't partake 'cause
Oh,
I'm a
Honda
Mazda
days.
driver,
Sorry, Will.
but
Happy Honda days.
I'm a Mazda driver. We don't have
Yes.
a
What
day
is that?
'cause
Sign
it's
then
just year
drive.
round.
It's sign then drive. No, that's Volkswagen. What's Mazda?
No,
I don't think Mazda does
Mazda
anything.
goes zoom zoom.
Happy Zoom Zoom Day to you, Will.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, so we left early Thursday morning. I met at Caden's house about 6 o'clock, was it?
Yeah, like 6:30.
Something like that. Yeah, got our
Drove to the
standard
rendezvous
Starbucks
point.
on the drive down there. Yep, got our rendezvous. Yeah, got the
Rendezvous?
trailer. We met a
Rendezvous.
buddy down there as well, down in Eugene, to help us, and so we headed down.
You just doxed yourself,
Wow.
Will.
I know. Well, I said we're north of Eugene, so
That leaves a good sized chunk, about half of the state in
It's okay. It's only
Yeah.
5 people on the on the stream.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, right. So
And I bet they already know where we live.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna give generals here, and then you can fill in gaps,
Okay.
Caden. So we got down to oh gosh, where was it again? It was a little south. It was like 40 minutes north of San
Petaluma.
Francisco.
I was gonna say we go
Petaluma.
chronologically. We tell the whole story on it
Chronologically.
step by step.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
So we're headed down. Everything's hunky dory.
Nothing
We
is
plugged in the
hunky-dory.
trailer. Yeah, we plugged in the trailer. We left Eugene. What happened next, Caden?
Well, so the guy whose trailer we borrowed, he had it parked at the side of his driveway. And I get the hitch put on my car. I come in. I have to come in at a little bit of an angle because of where it is in the driveway relative to stuff. And I come in at a little bit of an angle. We get the hitch on, and then we get the lights, the plug for the lights and stuff. Now, the 4Runner is a nearly perfect vehicle. However, there is one design flaw. The plug for trailer lights is not up under the bumper where like the hitch mount is. It's like quite a ways back underneath. It's probably like 1.5 feet underneath the car. Well, maybe not 1.5 feet, but it's quite a ways under the car. So you gotta like get down on it. You gotta reach under there and get it. But it mandates having quite a long trailer cable for your lights. And the angle I was parked, my car was relative to the trailer turned slightly to the left, which means that the socket for the trailer light plug is slightly closer to the trailer. And it was right at, just a little bit short of like the limit of how much that cable would reach. So as we were hooking up, I noticed that, but then we went to test lights and stuff, and after we got it plugged in, and I completely forgot about it. And the guy said, the other guy that was coming with us, he pointed it out, and the guy who owned the trailer, he said it would be fine. So, we didn't, well, pretty much as soon as we pulled out of the driveway, unknowingly, that trailer plug pulled out. It pulled out of the socket, which means that from north of Eugene all the way down to Roseburg, that trailer plug was dragging along the hard pavement of I-5. So we stop and get gas in Roseburg. Yep. It was just like all the way down. And we get gas in Roseburg, and I go out and walk around the trailer, and I notice that plug is there, and there's a nice big area worn off the plastic. And I'm like, well, shoot, we're in a pickle now. And so I buy some duct tape from the gas station and just duct tape it to the frame of the trailer, which, side note, don't buy duct tape from gas station convenience stores 10 minutes north of Roseburg, because duct tape will run you $12. Yeah, it was a roll of crappy duct tape, and it was $12. Like, that's absurd. Anyways, we get down to Roseburg, we run to Lowe's, and we're like, okay, we need to see if we can find a male-to-female extension for this thing. And we can't, but we find, like, just straight-ahead cable, and we find a new plug socket. So we buy the new plug socket, just because we're going to need to replace it anyways. And then we're thinking about the cable, but we're looking around at other places that might have like trailer supplies and stuff. And we're not really finding anything because a male to female trailer extension plug is just not something that people make very often. And Will, I think there's a good point in the story for you to take over as for how we solved this issue.
Yeah, so here we are at Lowe's, wondering what are we gonna do. Those guys are thinking, my buddies are thinking, and by the way, I'm running on like very little sleep because I stayed up pretty late watching Pride and Prejudice, as you do. So, but anyways, my buddies are thinking, what can we do? We could get some wire. We could maybe run our own 7 plug. We can figure out something. And I'm like Googling. I tried calling U-Haul. Like maybe U-Haul just has like a spare cable. They run me through some phone tree that I can't even get a hold of the local U-Haul. I called Napa. I called O'Reilly's. I called AutoZone. Nobody has a female to male cable to extend it. So I'm Googling. And then all of a sudden I see a trailer repair shop 30 minutes south. And I'm like, maybe. Yeah, they fix trailers. So maybe they can help us out. They can be a bro. So I call them and immediately the guy's like, oh yeah, I can make that for you. And I'm like, oh, sick. And I'm like, he's like, how long do you need it? I'm like, oh, this is beautiful.
Yeah.
And I'm
2 feet.
like asking the guys, yeah. And the guys are like, hey, yeah, 2 feet would probably be fine. So I relay the message. I'm like, 2 feet. And he's like, cool. By the way, chat, just it's like Pride and Prejudice 6-hour version, the way to go. So, which is the way to go. So I'm talking to the guy and he's like, okay, cool. Like, when could you get down here? And we're like, well, we're 30 minutes headed south. We could probably be there, 30, 45 minutes if you get it ready. And he's like, okay. He's like, well, I do close shop in like 30 minutes.
Mind you,
which was 10 a.m.
Just about, it's 10 a.m. he closes.
Yeah. So he's like, I do close shop at 10 a.m. And he's like, we're like, oh, snap. Okay. Yeah, we're headed down. So we went and used the restroom real quick in the Lowe's and then hopped in the car.
It's 9:30 a.m. and we're 25 minutes away.
Yeah. So we're like, we are going to come within 5 minutes of this guy closing, but we need this cable.
Yeah.
You don't
like
understand.
Trip's done
Otherwise,
if we don't have this cable.
Having lights. Yeah, we are not having lights on the trailer, which is very dangerous. And we have another probably 7 hours to go. So anyways, we pull up. The guy's ready with our cable. He charged us like $40 for it, which was outstanding. Totally reasonable. We plug it in to our connection that is completely shredded.
But it works.
But it works. That's the key.
Awesome.
We checked all the lights. Everything worked. And I checked on the guy's sign. He is open on Thursdays from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. He's open
2 hours.
2 days, 2 hours on that day. So
no,
we're like, oh my God.
What?
We perfectly hit that window. Praise the Lord. Can I get an amen? That was
looking
lucky.
out for us.
Amen.
So anyways,
wow.
we were so happy we were able to get that resolved because nobody had this female to male extension cord.
Yeah, that was rough.
So that's where we ended up. And now we're road tripping.
Yeah, I mean, we're Gucci at this point. Like, we are vibing. Yeah. Only like 8 hours more to go. Not counting stops for gas.
Yeah.
And frankly, nothing else goes wrong until California. So, some time passes by. We go to California, and we had one location that was like apparently like a storage unit or some such. It was something that we were supposed to stop there and unload the stuff, put it in the trailer, park the trailer there for the night, and then take off in the morning. And we're meeting the guy who's moving. We met his brother, was it, Will?
Yes.
Yeah. So we meet the guy's brother at this spot, which is the same spot he was told to go to. We meet, we exchange introductions, and we're like, this is a little weird because this doesn't look like anything resembling like a storage unit kind of scenario. and there's nobody else here that would give us the keys to the place to help. And I was like, okay, this is weird. So the brother calls, and is like, oh yeah, we're supposed to go to a different spot. So we go to the different spot, load up the trailer. Also it's nothing too crazy. We end up getting out of there 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock.
I'd say it's about 6.
Yeah, 6:30, somewhere in there. Go to our hotel. Will, do you want to tell about the hotel, or do you want to?
Oh, I love this hotel so much. Okay. So the hotel we booked though in San Francisco.
In Petaluma.
This is good. Oh, Petaluma. Sorry, I knew something didn't sound right there. And I did fact check. It was 6 p.m. So
Okay.
Hotel we got. I think it's like what was it? A Hampton or
It was something.
It was one of those chain. Anyways.
Yeah.
Used to be a silk mill. So this place has been redone. It's still got all the pillars going down the corridor. Wow, I guess we're doing a video podcast, aren't we? I could show a picture. But it's still got
but
the
this won't work
pillars.
for Spotify.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Oh, true.
No. Whatever. So those listening on YouTube, here's the picture. So it's still got all the pillars.
Oh my!
Down the hallway, which is like
okay.
so cool. And
That looks
we
amazing.
found out later that this is the same company that used to build like some of the parachute cord for like the things for NASA.
Well, that's after
really?
the silk mill was defunct. It was bought by the Sunset Line and Twine Company, and then they used it to make some of their stuff. And they were contracted to make parachute cord for NASA.
So it's very possible that parachute cord was made in this building. The company that bought them out built this stuff. So anyways, it was super cool. They had like some of the old elevators kind of just there on display. They had some of the old equipment. Yeah, I was very happy with this place. It was pretty dope. It was close to a Whole Foods, which, can I go ahead and explain another side mission we had?
Absolutely, you may. This was a side quest.
Side mission. This was like my reason of going, was to get some Pliny the Elder. Double IPA. Okay, yeah. Okay. So this has been on a lot of people's bucket lists. You look on the forums, people are like, finally got to try Pliny the Elder. This is like kind of a big deal.
Yeah, it is.
There was a brewery that was about 30 minutes north of where we were staying. But because we got there so late, it was either a matter of going north to the brewery or going south into San Francisco. I've never been to San Francisco. Person we were with was kind of like, let's go to San Francisco. So it was like, okay, sure, we'll drive over the Golden Gate Bridge. Was talking to some locals there, and they were like, you could probably get Pliny the Elder at Whole Foods. So we went into Whole Foods. Sure enough, they just have them. They say limit 12 per customer. Each pint. Are they pint bottles?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're about $7 a piece. So they're pretty expensive. But, you know, this is the reason I came. So was able to check that off the bucket list. They do serve Pliny the Younger at the brewery 2 weeks out of the year, which I know some people that have actually tried Pliny the Younger multiple times. Super cool. So anyways, Whole Foods, the reason being I'm saying this is because Whole Foods was really close to the hotel, and we were able to hop over, grab it, put it in our mini fridge in the hotel. Simple enough. That was another side quest resolved. So that evening was really nice.
Yeah.
Yep, I'm good.
Okay. So so we picked up our Pliny the Elders. Which, side note, I was not aware of the hype surrounding Pliny the Elder. And to me, having not known any of the hype and not having built up any expectation of it, it was good. It was a pretty good IPA. It's not my favorite, but it is good.
Yes.
Anyhow, that evening, we have nothing better to do, so we decide, hey, let's just go into San Francisco for the evening, go find a place to eat, and just chill. So we go to the laundromat and get some pizza. Um, so
Yes.
the laundromat is a
Yes.
is a restaurant and bar in San Francisco that
Yep.
former laundromat converted now into a restaurant and bar, and it's called the laundromat.
Yep.
So that
Uh-huh.
it's very good pizza. The pizza was
Yeah.
really good. It's like
Mm-hmm.
kind of a deep dish style, but not like a real like deep dish. It's kind of it's hard to describe
Mhm.
exactly. It's yeah, because maybe like West Coast deep dish.
Oh,
Yeah.
my
It was
goodness.
very, very good.
That is beautiful.
Decent drinks
That
too.
is
We got
so
some
beautiful.
drinks. It was very outrageously expensive.
Mhm.
To be fair, each pizza was advertised as feeding 2 to 3 people, and we each bought a pizza.
Yeah, this is true. And each pizza was like $24 a pizza. It was outrageous.
Yeah. It's San Francisco.
But if it's 2 people, you're talking $12. It's okay. Will ate all but one piece of his pizza, which was impressive. Very impressive. So he ate like 1.5 people's
Awesome.
worth of pizza. And
Good.
let's see. Then we went to the Palace of Fine Arts. By the way, at this point it's like 8:30, 9 o'clock. We go to the Palace of Fine Arts, walk around whatever's the stuff that's outside in the open that you can walk around at any time. I did not get arrested for public urination, but I did pee on a tree in the park, and then we head back to Petaluma, and then we
Which
sleep
is
the night
what
away.
you do in San Francisco, let me tell you.
Yeah. And there was other homeless guys around. I mean, there were homeless guys around. Nobody else I saw peeing, but I'm sure it happens.
Other.
Anyways,
I just picture, hey, how's
Hey.
it going?
Yeah.
Good.
Is that tree better than this tree? I don't know. Anyways, yeah, so we look around Palace Fine Arts. It's pretty cool. Then we head back to Petaluma and sleep the night away. And then early in the morning, we leave, 7:30 from the hotel?
Yeah,
Yeah.
7:15-ish.
Yeah, somewhere
We
in there.
aimed for 7, but we left like a 10 or 15 minutes later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we were like, if we're out by 7:30, we're doing pretty good. And we're like going to
Mm.
see if we could shoot for 7, and we split the difference. Anyways, we go back to where the trailer has been parked, and it was a cold evening, lots of condensation and moisture in the air.
Oh, no.
And we get to where the trailer is. We back in. We hook up. We go to plug in the cable, and we have
Oh, no.
no lights. Our trailer lights do not work.
Oh, no.
The plug was in pretty rough shape as it was, and condensation might have killed it the rest of the way. But regardless, now we had a trailer that's lights did not work, and 12 hours of driving all the way back to Oregon. But we had the extra plug. The extra, like,
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Now here's the thing. We pop the outer casing off, and I was a fool and I didn't bring any real tools with me. All we had was a crappy Swiss Army knife I had in my glove box, which did the job, because all we needed was a screwdriver. But we pop open the casing, immediately some contacts fall off and stuff, and it's like, yeah, this plug was donezo. And so we
Oh,
disassemble the plug, fools that we were, without examining the way the leads were hooked up on the plug. Fools that we are, we just didn't. We thought it was like,
We are so smart sometimes.
this will be straight ahead. This will
Yeah.
be easy enough to fix.
Oh, super smart.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you would
I mean, we
think,
figured it
there's
would
a
be straight
standard.
easy enough to fix. You just
Yeah.
Google the trailer wiring, and it's like, so
Yeah.
it's like the black one will be your power, right? And then your white will be your ground,
Yeah.
yada yada yada. It'll probably be pretty straightforward. Well, the wire colors are non-standard. So you can theoretically
they
do
are.
whatever color you want. I mean, a lot of times convention is like, black or red is your power, right? That kind of thing.
Yeah.
But you're under no obligation to stick with that in a trailer. We get there probably 7:45.
Oh yeah.
And so we are trying to basically brute force this 7-pin
This
trailer.
puzzle mini game.
Yeah. Yeah. Which it wasn't really a 7-pin because he was only using 6 out of 7 wires in the thing. So it was like we're trying to brute force a 7-pin trailer thing. We get the lights working well enough. We have our turn signals and our brakes, and that's all we need. But we don't get out of there until about 10 o'clock.
We had our running lights.
No.
We temporarily had our running lights.
Yeah.
They stopped partway there on the way back.
Yeah.
I don't know when, but yeah. So that was fun.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
So 2.5 hours of brute forcing that trailer wire later, we get back on the road. From then on, it was smooth sailing.
Yeah.
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 I don't think anything of note happened on the way back.
That's good.
No.
That's good.
Yeah. Gigabyte.
Nothing bad.
One Piece was mentioned. Yes. We did mention One Piece. One Piece to rule them all.
Yeah, you know what's funny though? I was actually talking to a technician at or at least someone I know that works with like semi trucks
Mm-hmm.
or like big rigs, shipping, whatever, semi trucks.
Yeah.
He is actually a manager, and he's like, oh yeah, like there are technicians there that will wire things wrong. Like they will feed, power, we're going to use the green wire for power and this for turn signal and this. And as a manager, he actually gets after those people. So
Yeah.
this is a known problem that people just do not follow the standards for wiring.
Yeah.
And it's like, they're like, oh, it works. But like, no, it's going to mess up the next person.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh
You have to
my
have some
goodness.
logic
So
to it
bad.
because, again, like,
Yeah.
Will, you're more experienced with electrical adjacent stuff than I am. But, like, you would think, black or red is going to be your main power. And,
Yeah.
it makes sense for like, then white or black to be ground. And then your colored ones are going to be different things. Like, yeah, stuff like that. But as Ninth Gecko says in the chat, standards exist for a reason. And if people only followed them, it would be fantastic.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we ended up using green wire. We were like, oh, that seems to be power.
Now, we may have been wrong. There were, I think, by the time we finished, there was, I think, 2 wires whose purpose we were not entirely certain what they were. Green was one of them. And things did not explode when we put green to power.
No, it's cool to the touch.
Yeah, things did not explode. And the main thing was our turn signals and our brake lights worked. And that was all we really needed.
That's all we needed.
Gigabyte Intel, I would like to say, how dare you insinuate it's a Toyota issue? How dare you? Okay?
Oh my
Listen,
goodness.
I will say, the cord we bought on the way drive down did not fail us.
That
was
cord
a
did not
beautiful
fail.
Cord.
Hey.
That
Shout
is
out to the
actually
cord.
shout out to the cord. Yeah, it might have been a
Let's
user
go.
issue. Ava, it might have been a user issue because we were the user and it did unplug from the thing and we did have struggles. However,
Yes.
we choose to blame the trailer.
Lessons were learned, but however, that cord did not fail. That
Cord did
our
not
friend.
fail. That is actually
That cord was Bay.
one of the
That
top
cord was-
one of the top 3 chords of all time. Like seriously, one of the top 3 chords.
What are the top
Oh
three
my
chords?
The
goodness.
top 3 chords are the chord we bought for our trip, that our extension cord, normal extension cords, and umbilical cords. Those are the top 3.
So, anyways, other than that, though, we were smooth sailing home, and we had a good time, man.
It was fun. Listened to a lot of music, sang a lot of car karaoke.
Oh, so much. I will say, you want me to go
my
into where we
goodness.
stopped? Because that was such a great
Yes.
trip, man.
Yeah.
Yes. I also
Oh,
want to know what
no,
your
no,
go-to
that's not the
car
end.
karaoke.
That's not the end.
What?
I forgot.
What?
Our other side
Oh,
mission.
what?
Our side mission that we
yeah.
never finished.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna touch
I'm sorry,
on.
I forgot. That was not the end of
Yeah,
our
yeah.
trip.
No.
Leave us
What?
into
But
that.
everything went smooth, though.
Okay.
From then on out.
Okay.
But where we had to stop because everyone was like, you have to stock up on liquor when you're in California.
Oh, yeah.
So obviously,
Did you get me
we
one of
pull
each,
in.
Caden?
Yes, but I drank some of it.
It's okay. Okay.
So
As long as you
we
saved
go
me some.
ahead.
I'll try and
We're
save you
looking
some.
at,
I will do my
like-
best.
Go ahead, Will. Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good.
There's a
You guys
family
are
of 4
having
living
a
here. I make no promises.
sharing things. Yeah, right. We go ahead and start looking at places. We saw a liquor barn on the way
Oh,
down off the interstate. We're looking on their site though, and their site's not too impressive, to be honest. Their prices are pretty close to Oregon's, which we're like,
Not worth.
it's not why we come down here. Listen, we want deals, we want booze. So we figure let's try Costco.
Oh,
And,
is this your deal of the week, William? Could this be the deal of the week?
You know what? Yeah.
Deal of the week.
Ooh.
Let's do it because I have more to add.
Buy hard liquor at Costco in California. Do it.
Yes. So we went ahead and stopped in at Costco in Redding, California. That's the nearest before we cross over the border. Which is so anyways, we pull in, we're not sure. We're like, hey, they probably have less selection than Liquor Barn, but they probably have some pretty good deals. We didn't quite know what to expect here, so we went in. They had a pretty good selection. They had your pretty standard stuff like Maker's Mark, Hendrick's Gin, but they also had some pretty like 12-year-olds, 14-year-old whiskeys, right? Was it 14-year-olds?
Yeah, I got a 14.
Yeah.
I think you got a 14 or a 16.
Yes. Yeah, I got a 14. But it was hilarious because there was multiple people I knew in Oregon that wanted liquor from California. So I'm texting them. I'm saying, hey, here's what they got. Here's what the price is. Here's what they got. Here's what the price is. And they're like, can you send the size too, please? And that's when it occurs to me. Oh, size is a big thing here. I text them the size because Maker's Mark, you get like, was it 1.5 liters?
Yeah.
Like it's a giant thing of Maker's Mark.
Yeah, Costco
Anyways,
has
like,
the big ones.
Yeah, for like dirt cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyways, we
I miss
anyways,
California.
I text one of my buddies
Just for the
and
booze.
they're like, hey, do you have like do they have like this certain type of tequila? And I'm like, oh yeah, here's what they have. This is the capacity, this is how much it is. And he's like, okay, yeah, we'll take 9 of those or 8 of those. And I'm like, cool, all right, we're coming out of here living large. So then I keep texting so and so. Our cart gets pretty filled up with just booze out of our
rolling
ears.
up to the cash register.
Yeah,
with the cart.
three grown men worth of booze.
It was as ridiculous as you think it was.
Yep. The entire back of my car was like filled with booze to the in the trunk.
We legit started. The other person we were with was like,
goodness.
"How much can you take over the border?" Because like we checked,
Don't
we
get
were
stopped,
well under.
man.
We're fine.
We were good.
Don't get stopped.
Yeah.
Oh,
So, anyways,
my goodness.
I think what was my total was about $750.
Yes,
think.
yeah, but about like
Yeah.
third, maybe even 2/3 of that was going to other people.
Yeah. But still, $7.50 on a Costco receipt is quite a bit
Mhm.
for liquor.
Wow.
Yeah. And then
Wow.
mine was $444.
Yeah, so we easily spent $1,000.
Yeah. So that's where I got
On
the
booze,
Oban. I got that from
as you should.
Costco. But I would like to bring to mind one major deal. I would like to bring this one out. So, Balvenie Double Wood. It's a 12-year
Oh yeah.
single malt, known for being a pretty good whiskey. Here in Oregon, the bottle price is $65. At Costco in Redding, California, it was $44.
Yeah.
$44. It was actually insane.
It was pretty insane. Yeah,
Yeah.
and then I think the giant thing of Maker's Mark, how much was that?
That was also
on
only
sale,
like
too.
40 something bucks.
It was a 1.75 liter thing of Maker's Mark for $34.
Dude.
Oh, 34 bucks.
Almost
Did you
2
look it up?
liters. Yeah.
Okay. Next time I go to Oregon, we're taking a day trip to California.
Let's do it.
That will be our adventure time. We're going to California for a day trip.
Yeah, so in Oregon,
Yeah.
the 1.75 liters is $60.
Yeah, so it's like almost half price. It's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah. So buy booze in California.
Yeah. Yeah.
And should I just do my early deal of the week
Go for
based
it.
on that? Because I have something to add. So,
Do
deal
it.
of the week. So, I love it. So, I was talking to someone after the fact. I'm like, yeah, California is like crazy cheap in comparison to
Yeah.
Oregon. Someone proceeded to tell me, yeah, Nevada's even cheaper. I'm like, what? And so he's like, yeah, it's even cheaper. I'm like, so might make a trip to Nevada at some point.
Viva Las Vegas.
I'm going with you.
Yeah, so I was talking to someone and they were like, hey, I know so and so. Oh yeah. I was talking to someone and they were like, I know so and so is actually coming up from Nevada. Sometime later this year, I may have them pick up some stuff as they come up. So I'm like, that would actually probably be pretty smart.
I got a cousin who lives in the Vegas area.
Yeah. I was about to say, when I was moving out here from Oregon, it only took us like a day to get to, because we went like we did check mark. Like we went down to
Yeah.
Arizona and then went up to New York, and we went through Nevada, and that was our first night. Like the first night that we stayed at like a hotel was in Nevada. So it doesn't take that long to get from Oregon to
No.
Nevada.
No. And Oregon, I think, actually borders Nevada.
Yeah,
Technically.
you can cut over at Redding. Like you go down to Redding and then
Oh.
that's what I do anyways when I go down to Arizona. So
Yeah.
anywho,
So
that
yeah.
was I think our trip. Was there anything else?
Yeah, Oregon
Galen?
does border Nevada. I knew it.
Okay. That is insane. So you basically drove for 24 hours just to load up a trailer. Almost
stuff that was
be
not ours.
practically. Yes, load up a trailer of stuff that was not yours.
Yeah, that's pretty great.
Also have to panic because your lights didn't work for a time and narrowly get a cord that just happened to be within the window
Yeah.
Mhm.
2-hour window.
of an opening time. 2-hour window. That to me is insane. And then while you're there, you get to have the best pizza ever. Stay at a really cool place with like awesome columns.
Columns were nice.
And then,
The columns were very nice. Those were good columns.
Yes.
Good column.
I like
yes,
a
yes,
good column.
Good columns.
Would recommend. Yeah. I did of course have to slap the column to see how solid it
Oh.
was.
Yeah. You know,
Solid
Col-
column.
we're column
Columns
enjoyers
are
in the
very-
chat. You know.
Yeah, columns are very
Yeah.
slappable.
Chad, do we have any column enjoyers?
Things not going anywhere.
It's nice streaming, so I can actually say, "Hey, Chad."
I know,
Yeah,
right?
gotcha. Chad's like, by the
You gotta
way,
slap the
Chad
column.
did bring out signs we do have a problem when we started talking about how much liquor we
uh,
bought. Listen, it's only a problem if you hide it.
Yeah.
So,
and
And
so
I
our
was
bottles
buying
are out
for
in
a
the
family
open.
of 4, so
Gigabyte Intel is a column enjoyer.
I knew it.
Yeah,
Wow. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
spent
so that was
$1,000 on liquor.
as you do.
that's
Then came
great.
back home with
We came
barely
back
getting
late.
lights on the town. What time did you guys get back?
Oh, I don't know. I think we hit my house at like 11:30.
Yeah, we did make a quick stop
Wow.
at a little get together. Obviously, we hadn't spent enough time together.
Right. I forgot about that.
So we dropped off the trailer in Eugene, and then I'm like, "Hey, there's a little get together going on the way to your place. Do you mind if we just hop in for like an hour and a half, and say hi?"
And
Oh
hop
my
in we did for an
goodness.
hour and a half and said hi.
Yep.
Oh
And
my
then we went to
goodness.
Cadence because we just, yeah, we wanted more things to do.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah,
24
of course. Of
hours
course.
in a car together is just not enough. You just need more.
It was
Yeah.
so nice to see other people.
Because
I'm
Will and
sure.
I drove the whole time, and Will was shotgun the whole time.
Yeah.
And so,
Oh, so
backseater would just fall asleep now and then, and it was just the two of us.
just the two of us. I was so tired of giving directions too, because
Oh my goodness.
what was your gas mileage, Caden, hauling a 12-foot trailer behind a 4Runner?
Okay, so I do actually, I thought about this earlier, and I want to give a little bit more context behind that. So my car is capable of towing a trailer, but
Mhm.
not well. It's not a very beefy chassis, and it's only a V6. So towing a trailer is not ideal.
Okay.
But tow it did, and it was really funny because we go down there, and you're on I-5, and you just cruise control and you just go. But so being a a V6, it struggles a little bit with the trailer. RPMs are running a little on the high side. Anytime you started to go up the hill a little bit, cruise control felt you start to slow down. Cruise control does not know what to do. Cruise control panics and just guns it up to like 4,000 RPM. And I'm like, hold on, you don't need to be doing all that. And so I take off cruise control, and I can hold my speed at 3,000 RPM. And it's just like, it's just trying to eat all of my fuel. Going back with the trailer fully loaded, I would say my fuel efficiency averaged somewhere in the neighborhood of like 11, but going over the pass, I reset it, and it was between 8 and 10 going over the pass.
Oh.
We had to fill up with gas a lot. It's got I think like a 22
Yeah.
gallon tank, so we had to refill with gas quite a bit.
So it was a lot of, when's the next gas station? What's the cheapest? And so I was so tired of giving directions to, it's gonna be exit 250 whatever.
Yeah, we
You're
fill
gonna
in
take a
we
left.
fill in like we fill up right as we hit the pass, and then right as we come back over the pass.
So tired of finding gas stations. and
What did
giving
we fill up like 13 times?
Every like hour it felt like.
Oh,
How many times did we fill up
goodness.
again, Will?
I don't remember. It felt so often.
Hold on, let me look.
It was
Wow.
great. I loved this whole trip, by the way. It was awesome.
It sounds like so much fun.
Yeah, I don't know how
Oh
many
my
times
goodness.
we filled up, but yeah, it was a lot.
Oh,
But Caden now knows how his car does with a trailer very well.
Could be worse.
good,
Yeah.
good. Yeah, definitely some good information right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
When you guys said that you went to a party afterwards, it reminded me one time when I was in my early 20s, I went to 3 parties in one evening. I literally like party hopped. I went to like a graduation and then to like I forget what it was, but I went to 3 different parties and spent like an hour in each party. But
That somehow
yeah, I
doesn't
don't think
surprise me
I.
at all. Like, that seems
Yeah,
very on brand for you.
yeah. By the end of it, I was covered in glitter, and
Oh, you went to parties.
I went to parties. Yes. But yeah, and it was like 3 a.m. I think by the time I got
Oh
home.
my gosh. I'm in my early
Oh,
20s,
fun
and that's too
times.
much.
I don't know.
Nah.
I could not do that at all now. But anyways, yes.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're just like, yeah, let's just go do this too.
We were
Yeah,
already,
might as
we were
well.
just like, yeah, sure, whatever,
Uh,
might as well.
It was on the way home.
Yeah. It was on the way home.
yeah.
Yeah, I was less than 10 minutes from my house,
Sort
so.
of.
Oh my
Yeah, yeah.
goodness.
Well, right around 10 minutes.
That ah
Yeah.
when I was
It
moving
was
to New
great.
York too, um my car gets really, really good gas mileage on the highway, and I didn't realize that it did. But we only had to fill up, I think, once a day. I didn't realize how big my tank was. It's like an 18-gallon tank, 18 and a
Oh,
half gallon
nice.
tank.
It's pretty big.
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't realize how big it was. And it's a V6 as well. And yeah, we would be able to drive on the highway like 500 something miles before we had to fill up. And
Nice.
I had I had one of those like what are they? They're like these big things that you can put on your roof and you can strap them inside of your windows, like the
Yeah.
straps. And I had like all of my suitcases loaded on the roof of my car.
Oh my gosh.
And I had everything packed in like Tetris, everything packed in my back seat and my trunk and everything. Um and yeah, drove that car all the way to New York.
Fun stuff.
Yeah, but I wasn't towing anything, so I probably would have
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
like burned up a lot more gas. I burned oil like crazy though. Every day we had to fill it up with oil.
Ugh.
Yeah. My engine exploded after a while. That was fun.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fun times.
So speaking of things exploding, a pivotal
Oh?
plot point in the book by Andy Weir's The Martian is that things explode. And Will, I understand that you recently both read and watched the movie for The Martian.
Yeah, it was
That's
just a
such a
quick
good
note.
segue.
Yeah,
I
it was
don't know
pretty
why
great.
I'm on it tonight.
Yeah, you're doing great.
You're always on it.
Debatable.
Yeah. Read The Martian per Vi's book of the month last month. Went ahead and got those Audible credits. I think I mentioned it at the end. By the way, I do have another one, so I will be looking for a recommendation to spend that credit on.
Minor spoiler.
Thinking of Project Hail Mary, not quite sure
Yeah.
yet. But if anyone in chat actually has a recommendation, I have read Children of Time and The Martian so far.
Those are the only
Doesn't
two
have
books
to
that
be
Will has
sci-fi.
ever read ever.
Hey, hey.
Oh, sorry,
hey.
sorry. 3, you have read the Bible.
I have read the Bible.
That's it.
No. I've read other books. So, read The Martian. Using that credit. Watch the movie, because I actually watched the movie when it first came out. Didn't quite know what was happening. Didn't fully appreciate it, but I did at one point buy it on like Google Play Music. Somebody said Pride and Prejudice book. So I did at some point buy the Martian movie. So I've always had that loaded at the ready. So after I read the book, I naturally went to watch the movie and was very much impressed by how much it followed the book.
Very faithful.
Same.
Like it didn't feel like, I think it's 2.5 hours, isn't it? Or 2:45 or something, or 2:40.
Let me look it up.
It's a lengthier movie, but it didn't feel like it. Especially if you've read the book, you're like, oh, this is, hits every beat.
2.5 hours.
Very nicely. 2.5. Okay. So yeah, Pride and Prejudice book isn't a bad idea. Which I may allude to later. I don't know. I'm leaving it to the host, but was very happy with The Martian. Would recommend. Was very entertaining to listen to.
I have a question.
Yes.
So I watched The Martian, the movie, very soon after I read the book. What did you think about the ending? of the
Oh,
movie.
yeah, they changed it a bit, didn't they?
They
Yeah.
did, yeah.
I appreciated that they changed it because I
Me
was
too.
like, this is beat for beat, beat for beat. Okay.
Mhm.
I'm
Mhm.
like,
I don't
there
mind
was a
that they made
piece
the
in me
ending
that was
cooler.
like, I hope they changed. Yeah, I was like, I hope they change the ending a little bit. Like, I understand what may happen here, where he, oh gosh, I don't want to get into spoilers, but
Yeah,
It's an old book at this point.
it is.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
avoid it. But anyways,
Come on.
I
Spoiler warning.
appreciated
Spoiler warning.
Spoiler
There's
alert.
your spoiler warning. Okay.
this
Spoilers.
man bold. But anyways, I just appreciated that they changed it. Because there was a piece of me that was hoping they would.
Mhm.
Because I'm like, it's very nice, but it's very predictable. Like, but if things start going differently, I think that was it. Once things deviated from the book there, I'm like, oh, how much is it gonna deviate?
Mhm.
That's what got me on the edge of the seat because I'm like,
Mhm.
if they're deviating now, like, what's gonna happen?
What else will they deviate
Because
from?
this
Right.
now has opened up possibilities, and I'm here for it. I want to see what happens. I want some
Yeah.
creativity here, and that's
Yeah.
exactly what happened. So I was happy with the
Mhm.
ending.
Yeah, the ending
Me
of the
too.
book is a lot more grounded to what it like reality would probably be like.
Yeah,
But the ending
Yeah.
of the movie is so much cooler.
It is.
Yeah.
I preferred the ending to the movie much more than the book. The book I absolutely loved. Everything about the book is really great, but I did appreciate how close to the book the movie was without having to like they hit the high points because there's so much stuff that happens in the book. And so they hit all of the high points so you understand everything that he went through. But the ending of the movie is beautiful. I love the ending of the movie. I love the creativity they went with the movie as opposed to the book.
It's been a while since
Yeah.
I've actually done both, but I've read the movie more recently than I've seen the book. And as I recall, the ending of the movie is something he says in the book, isn't it? And they're like, "Nah, let's not do that. Let's do this instead." But then in the movie, he actually follows through and does that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. That is very
I thought
true.
that was
That is
cool.
very true.
Yeah,
That was
Yep.
really
that was
nice.
a
It's
nice
a
touch.
very true. It was, yeah. He's like, "Let's do this. Come on." And then he doesn't do it. But then in the movie, yeah, like
like-
he actually does it. It's great. I love it.
The one thing I would have loved to see was the bit after, at the very, very end of the Martian book, where it
Mhm.
takes place. There's a little bit of a time jump when he's in the restaurant eating
Yes.
his burger
Yes.
and
Yes.
chatting with them again.
Yes.
His crewmates. Spoiler.
Mhm. Yeah. Spoiler.
So
Spoiler.
I actually was hoping to see that at the very end of the movie as like an end credit.
It's the Avengers eating
That's the
shawarma.
Yeah.
only
but-
critique I would make.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
'cause
I
that
get
would have been
you.
really
Yeah.
cool.
I actually forgot about that. It's been a while since I've read the book.
Mhm.
It would have been the Avengers
So
eating shawarma
I
after the Battle of New York.
oh, okay.
Oh.
Here's something interesting.
What?
So I looked up Pride and Prejudice on Audible.
Okay. Speaking of books,
Um,
Pride and Prejudice is based on a book, and Will's looking it up.
Ooh. Ninth Gecko.
sorry, I don't know if
The
I'm messing up
Expanse series
your
is
schedule
good.
here. But
Am I sci-fi
it's
with
free.
characters? Oh.
The Pride and Prejudice
Wait.
Audible book.
No way.
Oh, it's free?
No
You
way.
can just listen to it for like 12 hours. Like that's
You know
Oh, that's
what?
cool.
There's a
there.
lot of books that you can get for free with your Audible subscription. I have a ton that
that
are
might be it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has like 41,000 reviews.
I would imagine a
4.8
lot of
stars.
those
Like, it's
classics are probably
really
available for
nice.
free on Audible.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, it's totally it's totally free. I just added it to my library.
So I'm gonna add it to my library. And then I saw a recommendation for the Expanse series.
I've heard about
Yeah,
it, but
I
I've
just saw that too.
never read it myself.
So
I'm gonna look that up right now, too.
one. Oh wait, this is book 7. I wonder if they have like book 1.
See, the hard thing for
Nice
me is I
echo.
don't.
Give us a specific book.
Book 7 is free.
The hard part for me is I don't have can't listen to audiobooks or whatever at work anymore.
Right.
And I generally prefer physical, so I can actually read.
That's right. Yeah, you do.
I just don't have time.
So I found a book that says series The Expanse Book 1 by Leviathan Wakes by James S.A. Corey. If chat could verify that that's the one, that would be awesome. Because I can buy that for 1 credit. That is normally $25.
Gigabyte Intel anymore is because I got a different job, not because I got in trouble at my job.
Hold up. Love it. Okay, I'm done. I think I'm good with my book.
Okay, well, I mean, you're on the subject of Pride and Prejudice. You saw the 6-hour cut.
I just love that you keep throwing. Did anyone else put topics in the doc?
No.
Oh, okay.
I didn't.
No.
I
Okay.
mean,
I haven't done anything interesting other than go to San Francisco with you. So.
Okay, so I watched Pride and Prejudice, 6-hour version. Watched it with some buddies of mine who are big fans of it. Was the greatest time ever. Not gonna lie. We went ahead and set the whole whole day aside because, oh my gosh, Mr. Collins, man after my own heart, with his goth hair, you know. And he's like, "Hey, cuz, you want to get married?" And it's like, "Whoa, this is weird."
Is Colin Firth Mr. Darcy in that one, or is he somebody else?
Yeah, Colin Firth is Mr. Darcy, but there's also
but I'm
a Mr.
more of
Collins.
a Mr. Collins kind of guy.
Yeah.
You know?
Who was Mr. Collins in the BBC version, the 6-hour one?
I'm not sure. Somebody said A&E, Pride and Prejudice slaps. Do we know anything about that? I watched the 1995 version of Pride and Prejudice, and
wait.
it was the greatest thing. What was I going with that? Oh, and then because we set the whole side a day as a movie day,
it's a
and then
TV
afterwards we watched Phantom of the Opera for the first time.
Okay,
and I watched the 2004 version of it.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So that was another fan favorite.
The A&E version is the mini-series.
Oh, mini-series. Gotcha.
8.8 stars out of 10 on IMDb.
So stinking good. It does take a bit to understand what's going on, which was why, at least the 6-hour version, for me, I was asking a lot of questions with the people that knew that were familiar. I'm like, who's that? Who's that? How are they related to them? Maybe if you've read the book ahead of time, that would explain itself. But I had not.
Yeah.
So, oh my gosh, it's a masterpiece, though. You have to see it once in your life.
Yeah.
Because it is just, you get so invested in these characters.
Yeah.
Because after 3 hours, you're like, I'm only halfway through, and so is like has beef with so and then they get married, and then oh my gosh, what's gonna happen here? And then you got plot A and plot B, and then plot C going on down here, and then it's like we're halfway through. Like, what's gonna happen?
I've never seen it, by the way.
But, yeah, I'm not gonna spoil anything, but
have
the
you
last hour ties it up pretty well.
It does. Caden, have you seen any Pride and Prejudice?
Nope.
Anything? Sir.
It is part of our culture. See, before
Sir.
I was like, I've heard
I'm a guy, and I have no sisters and a mom who's not into that kind of stuff, so I just haven't seen it.
Matter.
Yeah, that is sexist, sir.
I'm not saying I'm opposed to seeing it. I'm just saying I've never had it in myself the desire to see it.
Oh my
goodness,
at least once.
Yeah,
at least once.
Yeah, at least once, and
so good.
It is. So the 6-hour version with Colin Firth is amazing. I think I told you this. My roommate Liz, she loves all of those period pieces, and so we've watched it a couple of times. It's been a while since I've seen the 6-hour version, but like Pride and Prejudice is amazing.
Oh my
Like
god.
it
It's
is
just like
amazing. It's so
okay.
good.
It's
Oh,
like a cult classic. Cause like you
it
talk to anyone that's
is.
seen it, you're like, oh my gosh, Mary, like on the piano. Like
Yes,
you know what's going on. And then you bring up Mr. Collins and you're like, oh my god, Mr.
Mr.
Collins. And then
Collins.
you're like,
Oh my
a
goodness.
Darcy. And you're like, it's just like it's one of those, if you know, you know. You're in the
Oh,
club. And
and
then
Mr. Bennett too.
oh
Ugh,
my gosh.
everybody.
And then you're like, dude, Wickham is just the worst person ever. Like, bro, I knew from the moment I met Wickham, like
He just
I
sounds like a
got
terrible
things
person.
I got words to throw. Like,
Just
you don't
sounds terrible.
understand.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
Let's see. What was that movie?
man.
What was that movie I just saw for the first time?
That movie makes you feel things.
It does. It does.
Ninth
I love it
Gecko, he
so
is
much.
the worst. He is the worst. He's actually garbage.
What was that movie I just
Yeah.
saw?
Oh my
for the
gosh.
first time?
100%.
So great.
100%.
Oh
So
my
I think
gosh. It
you would probably okay. I don't know, Caden. I don't know because I don't know if it's your it's your like if it's your vibe or anything, but like you could watch the what is it? Is it 2005, the one with Keira Knightley? Um,
I mean, I'll
you
watch Keira
could watch
Knightlly
because
any day.
it's
No.
yeah. So that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. I mean, it's Keira Knightley, so of course.
I mean, I'd be
Um,
down to try and watch the 6-hour version. I don't mind like wordy films. I'm not a huge romance guy, but I'd be interested in it.
well, I'm thinking just to kind of introduce you. The Keira Knightley one is actually really good because the chemistry. The chemistry. So good. So, yeah. Yeah, I think that would be a good introduction for you so at least you can get an idea of who is who. And then when you watch the 6-hour version,
Mm.
or
it's like
just
Or just
you
dive
know,
right in.
and it's
or just
I
yeah,
mean,
do what
yeah,
I
if you're
did.
willing.
I
Yeah.
haven't seen the 2-hour version yet.
Have you? Oh, okay.
Wine Wordle
So,
and whatever watch
yes.
party next month.
I've heard
yeah.
and it makes me so happy that the 2-hour version Mr. Collins is more greasy. And I'm like, I'm here
He
for it.
is. Okay, that is one of the best parts. He's so like the actor who plays him, he's so awkward and just like
Yeah.
you
Who's the
feel
actor?
sorry for him, but at the same time you're just like, ugh.
Do you know who the actor is?
Let me look it up. Let me look it up.
Chat does bring up a good point. So the 2005 version, is that the 2-hour version? I'm
Yeah.
guessing.
That's the Keira Knightley.
Yeah.
Is not the same
Yeah, that's
vibe. It is good but different, and that's
Right,
yeah,
exactly. Exactly.
that's what
No,
I've
it
been
is.
hearing. So
On
Yeah.
the topic of
Um,
movies, a movie I just saw for the first time the other day, A River Runs Through It. Good movie.
Oh, I love A River Runs Through It. Oh my goodness.
It's a very
I
good
love
movie.
that movie so much. Oh,
have not seen it. Is
I
that a new one?
love
No, it's an old one.
No, it's an old movie. It's a
It's an
very
old movie,
old
like
movie.
young
It was
Okay.
Brad Pitt.
Yes. Fly fishing.
Yep, and a lot of fly fishing.
Fly fishing. Lots
My
of fly
family, there
fishing.
was
My
no
dad-
clear line between religion and fly fishing.
Same. My goodness. I told you my dad would tie his own flies and
Yeah.
everything, right? Both of my
Yeah.
parents
Well,
would.
I was
and-
quoting the movie. I'm the only fly
Yeah.
fisherman in my family.
Yeah. No,
Dad,
no. I
Dad
get
fly
you. No.
fishes because sometimes I like to fish at fly fishing only places. So Dad fly fishes out of necessity.
Oh my goodness. It's so much fun. That movie, that movie is so good, but I cried so hard. So hard from that movie.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it is loosely based on the author's real life.
Mhm.
Like there's I want to read the short story. I have
The
it.
book.
I have the
Mhm.
book, but I haven't
Oh,
read
do
it
you
yet.
really?
Yeah, I bought it for Dad the other day. He was looking for it, and I was in a bookstore and I got it for him. But yeah,
That's
I haven't
cool.
read it.
That's awesome. Aw, yeah, that's a great movie. I love that movie, and it's
I'll add it
beautiful
to the
too. The way
list.
that it's shot,
Oh
Ah.
yeah.
so beautiful.
I think my mom. I don't think my mom actually cares for it. I think she thinks it's boring. Which tracks.
I mean, yeah, it can be.
You
It's
have
slow.
it's one
It
of
is
those
very
movies
slow.
that
Yeah.
you have to get it, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, the pivotal moment though in Pride and Prejudice, 6 hour, was when Mr. Darcy went swimming in the lake on the estate as they're touring it, as Lizzie's touring it, and then Lizzie's
Yes.
walking around, and then Darcy comes out, and you're like, oh, and then you clearly see Lizzie like.
I mean,
So,
gotta do what
like,
you
it was
gotta
pretty
do.
sad after that.
You know,
Anyway, that was just
Oh,
so
man.
good to me.
Yeah.
It
Anywho.
is. It is. It
Um,
is. It's so good.
yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, real quick, Phantom of the Opera, watched it. The Phantom's a bit of a weirdo, bit of a creep,
Mhm.
but I did enjoy it. I enjoyed my time watching. I did think, yeah. Do you have stuff to say about it though? Because I
do.
haven't thought of that as much as I've thought of Pride and Prejudice. So I'm still formulating my opinion on Phantom of the Opera.
Yeah, I haven't seen
That
Phantom
version
either.
specifically. Yeah. So
Which one did you watch?
I think it was 2005. 2004.
The one with what's her face?
Isn't Gerard Butler in
What
one
is
of them?
it? Like yeah, the one
I
with
think it
Gerard
was him.
Butler.
Yes. It was
Okay.
him.
Okay. Yeah. So, I don't know if you guys know this about me. You probably do.
Okay.
But I am not a fan, for the most part, of certain romantic movies.
Okay.
Because of the fact that most of them are unrealistic and toxic.
This guy is
they
not a good, nice man.
No. I like one thing that I absolutely hate is I hate The Notebook. Everybody loves The Notebook, but I hate The Notebook because it is one of the most unhealthy relationships ever. And because they're both two pretty people, they make it seem like it's just such a beautiful movie ever, but I hate it. I hate it.
Okay.
Oh.
Ninth Gecko agrees that the Phantom is extremely toxic.
It is. It is. Oh my goodness. There's so Romeo and Juliet. I hate
Romeo and Juliet is not a
Romeo and
love
Juliet.
story. It's a 3-day relationship between a 13 and a 17-year-old that causes 6 deaths. Romeo and Juliet is not a love story.
Exactly.
It's like, kids, where are your
Exactly.
parents?
Yeah. And stupid Romeo, he was infatuated with some other girl beforehand, and all of a sudden he says Juliet, and he's like, "Oh, you're the love of my life."
Yeah.
You stupid hormonal boy. Like,
Yeah.
seriously.
And they're like, there's no communication. It's like, hey, I'm gonna drink this potion that's gonna make me look like I'm dead, but I'm not gonna be actually dead. And
Exactly.
they didn't say that because they were 13 years old and 17 years old, and it's just like, no, they're done.
Exactly. And okay, and The Notebook.
Yeah,
Okay,
Gigabyte.
He
Yeah, you
gets
got me
her.
there. You got me
He
there,
gets her.
partner.
Yeah. Like The Notebook, he manipulates her and coerces her into going on a date with him by threatening to kill himself. Dude. Oh, I hate The Notebook with a seething passion, let me tell you.
Yeah.
I will. So anyways, segueing into there's very few like romantic movies that I like in the sense of like, oh, I like that. That's nice. It's cute. Most of the time I have to just like shut my brain off and just be like, okay, that is fantasy. That is absolute fantasy, and that never happens. And so like with the Phantom of the Opera, everybody thinks the Phantom is so romantic and so just like, oh, he's beautiful. And dude, he kidnapped her. He has been manipulating her. He tries to like, no. The music though, beautiful. I
Oh,
love
the music was
soundtrack and
amazing.
everything.
That was the best
Like,
thing of it. Yeah.
oh yeah, the music is
Oh, you can't even
amazing.
compete. Yeah.
Absolutely amazing. Yeah, but the relationships and everything, no.
And that's
No.
even shown more
No.
at the end of the movie with the water scene. And they're like, he's like tied him up against the thing. And then it's just like, and she's just going back and forth. She's just like, kiss, kiss. You're just like, what?
It's like, girl.
This man
Yeah,
is a walking
I
red
literally
flag.
have to take my brain, take it out of my skull, put it on the
Yeah,
side,
there
and
you
just like
go.
enjoy it
Just,
for what it is.
music though. Can't compete. I
Oh
mean, you
yeah,
can't
Yeah.
argue about the music. Yeah.
Yeah.
exactly.
And
Oh, the
Gigabyte, we're not
music,
ignoring you.
music.
Venetia was just ranting.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I know. I get on. I'm so sorry.
Did you
I'm
get
so
Brandon's
sorry.
or
Yeah.
Gigabyte's comment?
Yeah, I got it. I got it.
Julia, sounds familiar.
Yes. Yeah. Sorry, guys. Sorry, chat. Anyways,
Anywho.
That is
sorry.
my mother's
Go
name.
ahead.
So there you go.
I think we're good there. Yeah.
Juliet is my mother's name. So that's
Yeah.
yeah, he got me.
Yeah.
He got me.
Yeah.
You know, speaking of like Pride and Prejudice specifically, you know, it's a period piece. It's, you know, a portrait of a bygone era, if you will. And speaking of things that are bygones, Will and I saw a band called the Bygones in concert for the second time this year. Yeah, they came back this time with a full band, drums and bass. Played some new tunes as well as some old tunes. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, good show. Would recommend. 10 out of 10.
Solid.
Yeah.
I am not gonna lie, I was very tired that night.
Yep, I could tell.
Yeah. But I had a good time. I was glad I went. But
Why were
yes.
you tired? Did we do something Saturday night? Or I don't remember.
Nope, it's just that whole week was full of stuff.
Oh, yeah,
And
that was a
I
busy
got
week.
very little sleep. But anyways,
Yeah.
yeah, I made it. Thank you for driving again.
Yep. I got a picture with the Bygones. I got a picture
did
with
too.
them.
Did you
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
That's
The
cool.
one of the guy of the group, he's one of my favorite artists around right now, and both of his bands are, so it's like I've been listening to them for, well, to his stuff with his other band and now this one and then his solo stuff since like 2018, so quite a while, like 6
Oh,
years
wow.
I've been following, and I've been to 3 concerts. Yeah, 3 of his concerts that he's been in.
Wow.
2 with this group and 1 with the other. Yeah,
What's
so I
the
got a
name of the
picture.
artist?
Joshua Lee Turner. Joshua Lee Turner is one of the dudes. Allison Young is the other member of the Bygones. Unbelievably good singer. She's very good. Yeah.
All right.
Mhm.
Nice.
Yeah.
Aw.
You can find them. The easiest place to find them is on YouTube. After the stream is over, don't click away. But, you know, YouTube, one thing that you need to access YouTube is you need Wi-Fi. And somebody put a topic.
I can use that as my deal of the week, by the way.
Okay, so that's going to be your deal of the week.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I can do that.
Yeah. 10 out of 10 would recommend Bygones concert. Anyways, moving on. You know, it's the sort of music your dad would like. And speaking of dads like telling bad jokes.
Oh, these are the segues in real time.
Well, it's always in real time. We don't usually
Oh.
edit very much, so
This, you
Yeah.
know what? This is true.
yeah.
This is true.
We're wrapping up, by the way.
Yeah,
for those
we're starting to wrap it up. We're
live.
starting to
Yeah.
wrap it up.
Don't worry
If we
about
can,
it.
if we
getting
can
towards
get out
the
of here
end.
within the
We're
next,
getting towards the
if
end.
we can get out of here
We
within the
got
next 20
like
minutes, we'll
2
be in
or
pretty
3
good
more
shape.
Yeah.
Okay, so
We're
dad
wrapping
joke,
up, don't worry.
Dad joke of the week is actually an original. I made this up. So I invented a while ago a new system of measurement. It's a cross between the Mohs scale and Ohm's law. It's hard to resist. There it is. That's your dad joke of the week.
Very nice. Thank you.
For the uninitiated, the Mohs scale is a
Oh.
hardness scale, and ohms are a measure of electrical resistance. So there we go.
Hmm
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's good.
It's a very nerdy dad joke. It's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
It's not like super
I
nerdy. It's like
love it.
most people learned this in science class, but not everybody would retain it.
I learned it just elsewhere, but yeah.
Yeah. I remember a little bit of it from science class. I was like, the boat scale is
Yeah.
kind of silly because it's just like only 10 levels. And so it's like from like scratch it with your fingernail all the way up to a diamond. There's a lot of granularity in between that. And so like when you're talking about stuff that actually could be more granular, they'll use like Rockwell scale for like measuring the hardness of steel. And that's a lot more granular. Anyways,
Yeah.
yeah, that's a weird little nerd rant to get on. Speaking of nerd rants, one of these days we need to talk about just how garbage the Mercator projection is for maps. So that's a topic for the future.
Oh man.
That is a molehill that I have made into the highest of mountains. That is a hill I will die on, and we'll talk about it.
It's accurate.
We'll talk about it at a different time. See, Ninth Gecko agrees. The Mercator projection is crap. Anyways, William, what's your deal of the week?
Yes.
Deal of the week. Part 2. I love it. Okay, so this is good. Kaden was alluding to. I've already just man, chat's going off.
Yeah.
On,
Eat it, Mercator.
Yeah.
So sad. Nerd. Where was I going with this? Oh yeah. So I've already kind of discussed a couple deals of the week. But one thing I've done, okay, is I got myself a travel router. Okay. Do you guys know what a travel router is or what it does?
Does it boost public Wi-Fi networks to be better?
Can.
Okay.
That is one of its purposes.
Does it offer more security on a public Wi-Fi network?
Can. That is one of its purposes. You're getting pretty good, yeah.
I have 2
Okay.
uses. That's what I got.
Okay. Those are the 2 I use it for, but it does more. Vi, you have any ideas?
I'm vaguely
Travel
familiar
router.
with
Why
it.
would you take a little router with you traveling?
So I think I looked into it back when I was going to go on a cruise.
Okay.
But I don't remember much about it because that was like pre-pandemic.
Okay. Yeah.
Cruise
no,
got canceled because of pandemic.
obviously, a lot
Yeah.
of people's plans got canceled because of pandemic. So
Yeah. Anyways,
yeah, I was talking to someone.
Go
They had
ahead.
a big Europe trip planned, and it got canceled because of pandemic recently. I was like, oh, that sucks. Gigabyte Intel, get free Wi-Fi anywhere you go.
Exactly.
In a way.
Yeah.
So, okay, so here's the thing. The apartment I'm at, wonderful apartment. I'm happy with it.
Internet trash.
One thing it doesn't have is the internet is garbage. Okay, but I am within distance of a business that has Xfinity Wi-Fi, which is an open network. But if you were to log in with like your laptop or your phone, you can log in with your Xfinity credentials and use that hotspot. I still pay for Xfinity internet at another place. So I'm still a customer, as it were. Okay. So I can still log in with my credentials, use that Wi-Fi. Now, an issue came up recently. I bought a Oculus Quest, okay, headset.
Oh.
Or
That would be a
when I go to
Quest.
use my Switch or MetaQuest. Oh yeah, you're right. Wait, is it?
Yeah, it's meta.
Oh my gosh, you're right. It's meta now. Or like my Switch, I can't connect to that public Wi-Fi because it's only laptops or phones. So what am I to do? Travel router. So a travel router, you can enter your credentials in the like web interface. It will grab the internet from that public network and create your own public or private Wi-Fi network. So then I'm able to connect to the little travel router and with any device. So my Switch, my Meta device, basically anything. It's more private, but anyways, that's the purpose I'm using it for. it's acting as an extender, as it were. It's
Mm-hmm.
grabbing the public Wi-Fi,
Yeah.
then creating my own network with my own like network name and password, which is super awesome.
That is cool.
The main purpose of it though is to actually you can take it if you were to stay at a hotel that has garbage Wi-Fi, but has Ethernet jacks in the wall. This is where it would come in handy, because then you could plug in your little travel router, which is like super small and comes in a little nice carrying case. You could plug that little router into the wall
Boost
and
that
create
baby.
your own Wi-Fi network that has better antennas, better, a ton of people aren't connected to it. So that's kind of the main purpose of it, is if you were to, or I guess like if you were to go on a cruise or something where they're like, hey, Wi-Fi costs money, but there's an Ethernet port in the room, you could bring your little travel router, create your own Wi-Fi network, and use Wi-Fi for free, because not everything has a Ethernet jack on it. So that's my bit of a deal of the week. I got to test a buddy's of mine, tested his travel router. The concept works. Bought my own it was on sale for Black Friday.
Just use it as a range extender.
So
good to know.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's coming. Anyways, yeah, so Gigabyte's not that far off. Free Wi-Fi anywhere you go. If you can.
Free Wi-Fi anywhere with an Ethernet jack. I keep forgetting that I need to look at this over here, because you guys' cameras are over here, but OBS is over here. OBS is larger, but my camera's over here. Because the OBS has the preview of your cameras, which is what OBS is streaming.
Yeah. Life of a YouTuber. Always
what?
checking the monitors.
Jay checking the things and boom, boom, look, now I'm over here. Now I'm over here. Now I'm over here. Now I'm over here.
And if anyone cares, the one I got was a GL.inet model number GL-MT3000.
Cool.
So
cool.
Okay.
If anyone cares to look that up, I just got it off Amazon. But I was pretty happy because my actual apartment internet that they provide is like 2 megabits down at best.
Yeah.
The public Wi-Fi over here is like 20 to 30 down.
Oh, not bad at all.
So it's actually usable.
Ooh. Yeah. Yeah.
So
nice.
Vi, I have two things for you. First off, remember, you are closing out the show. Second off, do you have a book of the week for us?
I do.
Okay.
Book of the month.
It's book of the month. Yeah.
I'm the only one that adheres to the timeline.
That's because you only became a permanent host when it was a monthly show.
I did. Yeah.
Yep.
Should I take offense to that?
Well, there was a time when we did do the show monthly back before your time. So, back in our day, it was a weekly show.
Okay. All right.
So that's why we keep deal of the week.
Okay.
And then before that, it was only.
Yeah.
We're not gonna go back that far.
Also too. Black Friday's coming up, so it's a good week for deals.
It is a very good week for deals. Okay.
I'm not sharing the serial number, by the way.
I have 2 book of the months to recommend. Like I said, I still haven't started Project Hail Mary yet, which very sad I haven't started it yet, but I will start it pretty soon. However, there were 2 books I wanted to recommend. I don't know if they're both nonfiction or not, because one is like fun nonfiction, but so my first recommendation is Will My Cat Eat My Eyeballs? That is probably
yes,
one of my favorite informative books. It's by a YouTuber. She is a mortician. She's got the best videos. I love some of her stuff. So if you have morbid curiosity, that book is awesome. It's a very short read too, or short listen, depending on how you like to consume your different books. Double check how.
I like them deep fried. That's how I consume my books.
Let's see.
A little bit of tartar sauce.
Okay, let's see. Let me look at my books real quick. It is only 4 hours and 28 minutes if you are to listen to it.
Okay.
Um,
Let me ask
but
you
it is
this.
absolutely hilarious.
So it's a mortician YouTube channel, right? If you watch it, will you be
Mhm.
bored to death?
No.
Another
No, you
dad
will
joke
not.
for real. There, that one's free of charge.
It's included in your
No,
subscription.
you will be bored to life.
Oh, resurrection.
Anyways,
It seems like
yes, you will be.
it seems like a mortician
Mhm.
wouldn't be interested in that. Like
No, but she likes to write
lack
about
of
it.
job security.
Anyways,
I'm sorry. I'm
so
sorry.
the book is basically she answers her most common questions that she gets on her YouTube channel. Like, can I give my grandmother a Viking funeral? Can I keep my grandmother's skull? Will my cat actually eat my eyeballs if I
Yes.
die? So, yes, she answers those different questions and goes throughout the whole thing. So, if you have morbid curiosity and gross things do not disturb you, like if you like to know, like, what the decomposition process is and how like morticians prepare bodies for viewing and all of that stuff. Oh, the other question is really fun. If you eat a bag of popcorn and then are cremated, will you actually pop popcorn? Like that's a fun one too. Like she goes into detail of why that would or would not happen. So that one's a really fun, very interesting book and yeah. It's about death. So proceed with caution.
Mhm.
Going on the opposite side of death, my other recently listened to book is by another YouTuber named Matthew Hussey. And the book is called Love Life.
Well, there you go.
Really, really good book. If anybody is familiar with Matthew Hussey, he's a relationship coach. And this is like his second book he's written. This book I absolutely loved. Let me see how long that book is. It is 11 hours. So it's a little bit more of a commitment, but again, another nonfiction book.
Well,
And
I
it's
mean,
more
if
of
it's
like
about
kind of like those.
relationships, you should be
It
okay
is,
with the
yeah.
commitment of listening to an 11-hour book. Because that's just
Yeah.
step one.
Yeah, there's a whole chapter on commitment as well. So it honestly though, the thing that I loved most about that book wasn't necessarily about like because it has a lot of really good like relationship advice on how to have like better relationships, how to communicate in relationships, but there's a chapter actually about self-love. And I don't think I've ever completely understood the concept of like loving yourself as much as I have after I listened to that chapter, to where I completely understood like, oh, that's what it means to take care of yourself and actually like love yourself and to love life. Like that's why he calls the book Love Life. It's not necessarily like your love life, it's loving life.
Yeah.
And so yeah, that's another book that I would recommend if you're into like, relationship books, nonfiction, all that stuff. So I've gone from fiction to nonfiction. But both of those books I cannot recommend more. Like I absolutely recommend them. Yeah. I was like, is there any like qualifiers or like any things that I have to say? Yeah. Yeah. I would just say, yeah. Will my cat eat my eyeballs is very morbid. So cautionary. And love life relationship issues. So also,
Trigger
proceed
warning.
with caution.
Yeah. One
Anyways,
book I would
yeah.
like to
Sounds good.
recommend is the Bible. And anyways, I think we can wrap up the show. No.
Fun
I'm
fact.
just kidding.
To Knife Gecko in chat, I have purchased and downloaded Leviathan Wakes. So we will be reading that recommendation.
Ooh, is
And
that what it
we
was?
have downloaded. Yeah, that's what it ended up being. That's the first one in
Okay.
the Expanse series. And then I went
okay,
ahead and
okay.
downloaded Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. So we have a couple awesome books to look forward to. And then maybe I'll start
Perfect.
reading what is that? A book where a chapter is about commitment. So
Love Life.
Love Life by Matthew Hussey. He's a
Yeah.
YouTuber as well.
Sweet. Sounds good. Just wanted to give it a short update. Those are ready to go. Thanks, chat.
Cool.
I just downloaded that one too.
I think before we call it an evening, are there any burning questions in chat?
Yeah, I know. We're live now. Chat, what do you want to ask us? I'm scared.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we give chat a few minutes to delay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can read our sponsor. We can do
Yeah.
our sponsor read while we wait.
Yeah. Tell you about our sponsor.
Audible.
No,
We are
our
sponsored by-
sponsor is life, because without it, none of us would be here.
Our sponsor is alcohol.
Giving us a reason
Because
for life.
every episode, every episode
we could
is
talk
featuring
about-
alcohol.
We both tried the sake hot.
Oh yeah, you guys did
that's
try hot
true.
sake.
We did.
We did. We actually were sipping on it. We didn't really get a good segue
Yeah.
into it, but we did try
No,
it.
we didn't. Yeah, mine's all gone now.
Mine was
Really?
way better hot. It was exactly what I thought it would be. It had a little
Mhm.
more. It was like kind of cinnamon, like as that burn. A little bit of. I'm like,
Yep.
I'm happy with that because that is actually
Yeah.
a sake I would cozy up to in the middle of winter with my
Yeah.
little blanket.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
watching some
Pride and
shout out
Prejudice.
to Abbott Elementary. Great show. I don't know if any
I
of you have
don't
heard
know.
of it, but it's on Hulu. Yeah, it's on Hulu. But it's in the vein of like The Office or Parks and Rec. Abbott Elementary is pretty solid. But that's what I would be watching with this little cup of hot sake.
Hot sake.
I agree. The warmed sake made them both. Like I tried both the Joto and the Chika, and both of them taste way better. Way more like rich, I think. Way more rich and way more refined when it was warm. And yeah, way more cozy. Like they felt
That might be
so
the way to do
cozy.
it then with the sake.
And the pairing, like drinking it with the cheese at the same time. Oh, so good. so good.
Gigabyte says mix up the sakes. That's the only burning question we have. I don't have them with me
All right,
anymore.
and with that,
Oh, here we go. Vi's gonna do it. A little bit
Of
of
course
all
I'm gonna
three.
do it.
Yeah,
oh
I'll
man,
do it for the listeners.
Do
I
it
put
for
all three of the
listener.
sakes in the fridge, so I don't
Wait.
have them anymore.
Hang on. I gotta shake up the.
Shake it.
I gotta shake up the pink one.
Shake it like a Polaroid picture.
You do not shake Polaroids.
I know
man.
you're not
Don't
supposed to shake
them.
them, but that's not the lyrics to Hey Ya by
Dude,
Outkast.
I just saw our viewers
know.
go to 0.
No, seriously?
We have a bunch of
You went to 0.
passionate Polaroid photographers. Yeah. Oh, by the way, I kind of goobered something. I was reading
That
something
is
the
gonna
other
be
day,
insane,
and I was in front of a
Yeah.
bunch of people, and I was reading it, and the sentence said "powerful speech persuaded," and I accidentally said "powerful peach."
It was great.
Peach!
I love that.
Powerful
Rose gold
peach.
peach. I know it's pink gold, but still.
All right. What's the verdict?
That's actually nice.
Surprisingly okay.
It's like a kamikaze, but with sake.
They're all so different. I could kind of see it being good. The creaminess kind of
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's
smoothing
just
out
slightly.
the
I can imagine
sharpness,
they do
yeah.
have kind of like complementary qualities, like all of them together.
Yeah.
They're the perfect
Yeah.
throuple.
Man.
Oh, Caden.
Speaking of trios with good chemistry, why don't you wrap up our podcast for the evening?
I sure will. Oh. Well, we started off with some amazing sakes.
I
3
thought
of
they
them.
were-
One for each of us.
I thought they weren't good. I didn't like them.
3 amazing sakes according to Will and I. Granted, Caden is he's allowed to have his preferences, which is okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. Like I said, I don't like olives. Caden doesn't like sakes, but it's okay. We
I
won't
don't like
count us
olives
against them.
either.
Much.
Wait, hold up. Wait. Hold up. You don't like olives, Caden?
No.
I did not know this.
I also don't like bananas.
Okay, that one's weird.
No, bananas are gross. It's a texture. It's a texture thing. Same reason I don't like Jello.
Okay.
We're gonna talk about this later. Anyways. Anyways.
This wrap up is going beautifully.
It is. It's going like all of our other wrap ups. We start wrapping up, and all of a sudden we go on another tangent. We start talking about everything else.
So, anyways, the Mercator projection. No.
It's 12:02 my time, so
I'm sorry.
I'm pretty
Hurry
sure
up.
the listeners the listeners will want us to wrap it up. So, anyways, sake. We had the green one, the cute one, the pink one. In the community post, you can see their actual websites and see where you can buy them. So if you want to purchase any of these beautiful sakes, such beautifully, amazingly tasting sake, you can purchase them in the links at the community post. Yeah, they were super awesome. I got all of mine at World Market. So, Caden, stop it.
I'm not doing anything.
So if you have a local World Market, you
We
could probably
actually
get them
lost
there.
a viewer.
I mean, I don't blame them. I don't blame them. Anyways, so that was our sake. As far as our Wordles go, we didn't have very many like crazy words. We had a couple. We learned about what? Slunk?
Slank.
Or slank? Slank. We learned about slank. That was a great word.
And
Thank
whatever
you,
that
Will.
weird little
We're
bird
very
was.
burb.
There's a burb.
Yeah. So no crazy words this time. I speed ran my Wordles and surprisingly like got the highest rating. Which was unearned, quite honestly. So the Wordles were fun. I still have to catch up on quite a bit of my Wordles. But shout out to the New York Times app subscription. You get an archive, so you can do your Wordles whenever.
But
Yay.
it doesn't
Don't
count
have to
toward
time
your
travel.
streak. It does not count toward your streak.
It doesn't, but I don't care about my streak, quite honestly. I've never really cared about my streak. But
see,
anyways.
I do because my streak is almost 500, and it's the longest relationship I've
Yeah.
had with anything ever. Honestly, my Wordle streak has lasted longer than any relationship I've ever had. Like literally.
Oh my God.
Now, granted, small sample size, one, but
Not wrong.
Yeah, the boys went to San Francisco.
Ninth gecko, no comment.
They had quite an adventure with lights and trailers and liquor. They spent $1,000 on liquor in California, which was, I mean, as one should do. Yeah, and we had some great stories along the way, great book recommendations, lots of little tangents, some pretty great dad jokes and great deals of the week along the lines. And yeah, this has been our second live stream in, what is it, 17 episodes?
Yep.
Second live stream in 17 episodes, and I'm very privileged actually to not be in the chat this time, but be one of the co-hosts. I was an avid chatter the last time.
Yeah, you were basically a host
So-
the last time. Just how much you were in the chat. If we were smart, we would have done it every 10 episodes would be live, but here we are.
That's okay. Hey, we gotta subvert expectations, don't we?
Any regular listener should have no expectations.
Yeah. Yeah, that is true. If you have expectations, no. Sorry, those are going to go out the window. Anyways, thank you everybody for joining us for our live session. It has gone overtime like usual. An hour for each person who is hosting. At least we started on time.
True.
At least we started on time.
True.
And now we're ending at 3 hours later. So we hope that we have not bored you. And yeah, hope you guys have had fun and enjoyed all the sakes with us and all of the wonderful, crazy, chaotic stories. I did promise you it would be chaos. So yeah, love you guys. Love you guys. And I will sign off now. Bye.
Good night,
As
everybody.
chat says, what excellent potatoes. Bye bye.